I'm done streaming and the videos or the streams processed where you can jump straight to the start of the gameplay. Other than that, everything will also be divided up into chapters and stuff after I get through playing the stream and have a chance to add those in, so you can just jump to straight to specific highlights of the game or different areas that you're looking to check out if you don't want to sit down and watch the whole thing. And then on top of that, as well as I do interact with my community, I always read out everything that I'm responding to, so you don't have to have like the chat box open to follow along or something. You can watch it full screen. Anyway, that's about it. Have fun.
From humble beginnings, you have shown remarkable growth. Leave your bronze for iron, and rule with horse and sword. The sky above begins to reveal its secrets, a collection of heaven that uplifts our hearts and guides us to foreign shores. Your enemies will fear you, King Basil II, for you were forged in the fire. Let your cunning and ambition sharpen your blade. Protect your pride and stand against your foes, both within your walls and beyond.
All right, here we go. Sorry about the wait, everybody. Just gonna be 2 more seconds here. Okay, just a second. We're gonna have to fix my face because I was playing a different game yesterday. Oops, wrong one. Sorry. There we go. Yeah. So I gotta switch the spots of the graphic thing here. Just because I was playing Mafia last night, and oops, I guess the green screen's fucked too. We had to shift my ugly face over. As you can see, I'm tired as balls right now, so I'm gonna need everybody's help. I want chat to be as active as possible, giving me suggestions and stuff, because I only got about 3 hours sleep. I went to bed really early. I wanted to get a full good night's sleep, and then my fucking dog. Okay, I was just making sure the mic wasn't off because that's how tired I am. But anyways, yeah, and then my dog Shadow, like the husky, frickin'. He ended up like just stretching out and pushing with his paws, and it woke me up at like 2:45, and I couldn't get back to sleep, and I still haven't been able to yet. I was gonna just nap until frickin' I stream later on Twitch, but I couldn't do it. But sorry about the late. So Ellie says, "Hey Ellie, how's it going?" Ellie says, "Was just looking to see if your potato were playing, and here you are, excited to see your Holy Crusade." Well, I'm happy to hear that, Ellie. I'm excited to do my Holy Crusade. Hey, Ricardo's here too. How are you doing, Ricardo? Ellie says, you played both new civs yet? No, I haven't. What a great question, as it leads the perfect segue to what I did want to bring up, is in case anybody doesn't know, I just recently started streaming on Twitch 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern. So later today, actually in exactly, well, not exactly, because I'm not going to do the math because I'm not tired, but in about 3.5 hours, give or take a little bit, we're going to be starting to stream Gaul over on the Twitch channel, and I haven't even opened them yet. I haven't looked at them other than like watching the first look video like everybody else had up until yesterday. So I'm excited to do that. We're going to be doing it on a Highlands map. I'm going to be having all the brand new civs in, like all the civs from New Frontier Pass are going to be added in for sure. Normally I don't pick who I play against, and then I'm going to let chat decide who we go against, like to give me tougher opponents, because there is a few different changes to the game that we're going to be doing. We're going to be playing, like I said, the Highlands map is the one thing, and then we're going to be trying that new Dramatic Ages mode. Excuse me, that's the other thing. And then oh, is there a new game? Yeah, no, I think it was just that we are playing with Secret Societies as well. So we're going to be doing Secret Societies, the Dramatic Ages mode, but then also there is a special, very unique clause to that game where somebody, I can't remember for the life of me who it was, but a community member had asked me a question in a comment on YouTube asking if I had ever done a game where I did a domination game with an extra added challenge of a rule that I have to declare war on everybody I meet the turn I meet them and leave it at war and not peace out. So I decided, what the hell, we're going to give it a shot and see how we do. I figured what better civ to give that a shot with than Gaul with their early units and their abilities and whatnot. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I don't know whether it's going to be like I'm going to bomb out and fail miserably or not. But because I am doing that, I am going to keep it on either a small map or, at worst case scenario, a standard map, just so that like it's at least somewhat realistic. But yeah, so that should be definitely interesting there. Looking forward to it. Ricardo says, I was hearing some talk earlier about them. Grampz is slow, how fitting. Yeah, exactly. That's the story of my life. Tell me about it. It's funny. Freaking one of the community members who watches the streams on Twitch regularly cracked a joke, because like I'm always making fun of myself, calling myself special, and he cracked a joke. He's like, man, hanging out in your stream is like riding to school on the short bus, and it's scary because you're the one driving. So now I laughed so hard when he said that I ended up renaming the Discord community to the short bus. From it used to be the retirement home, but I thought that was more fitting. But anyways, Ricardo says, doing all right, Grampz. Hope you're doing well. Let's get chopping. Sounds fun. Yeah, we are going to get right into things. So, basically, made a few mistakes. I nuked my own city. I've never played on Apocalypse mode last Friday was the first game I started, and I only played the Ancient and Classical era with it. So I didn't know that nuking this volcano would completely bomb our city. I'm actually going to change the music here 1 second. Seems a wee bit loud. And actually, because I'm going to put it on more upbeat stuff, so hopefully I stay awake. Sorry, the option of royalty-free music, or the options, aren't very wide, so you got to go with what we have. But yeah, anyways, so getting back to this, kind of screwed that city up. We just unlocked the ability to make our dronemen, so I believe, if I remember right, we're finishing this granary, then we're starting our first unique building. We are on our way, getting closer, heading down towards Divine Right in order to unlock our unique unit, the Tagma. And we will be doing one for science, but I do believe that when you have the Hippodrome district here and we get our unique unit, or sorry, our free unit, I believe it just gives you the heavy cavalry, the best that you have upgraded at the time. So I think if we build a Hippodrome and complete it before we reach Monarchy, I'm pretty sure we just get a free heavy chariot. So we're going to build one for science, but then other than that, we're going to hold back production on them so that we can get all the good units. But yeah, so we are going to be targeting Scythia as our first victim and moving on to Mansa Musa. And then last but not least will be America. He's somewhere up here. But I don't even know if we can get to him. We might have to go by water. We'll see. But anyways, that's kind of the agenda here. I at least want to get the war started. I'm not going to say for sure that I'm streaming right up until like close to 4, because it all depends how freaking tired I am. But anyways, I've yammered on enough. Let's actually just get into this and start doing some stuff. So just because chat can pile up sometimes, do me a favor, if you are asking me a question or trying to get my attention, which by the way, feel free to do so, make sure that you @GamerGramps, and then it highlights it red for me, so it's easier for me to sort through things without taking forever doing it, which is bad enough to begin with, but then when I'm this tired, it might be a sloppy stream. I'm being quite honest here. But like I said, so give me suggestions, let me know if I'm doing something wrong, especially if you played Apocalypse game mode before, because like I said, I like nuked my own city last game, so our populations, and what was worse about it was that the fucking city was about to become, it was like 2 turns away from becoming 7 population, which would have let us place our 3rd district, and we nuked it back down to like 3. So yeah, I don't want to make mistakes like that if I can avoid them with some help from everybody here. But yeah. All right. Okay. So we're on our way to 4. We need to get our population up here to 4 in order to make that happen. We're going to want to get them some growth tiles. What are we working at the moment? They're prioritizing this. I'm going to actually lock them into the growth tiles. So that's 2, and I'll prioritize the production over the gold there for sure. I do believe I have a builder heading there or something to improve that, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, anyways, we finished all that stuff. We got our holy site going. I think, like I said, the housing is definitely a huge issue for us. So we're going to get our granary next, and we are headed towards engineering to unlock the aqueduct, which will help our coastal cities grow, because rank 1 is our capital. However, it does have access to fresh water, where here we're just a coastal city, so housing is definitely that much more important. All right. Meanwhile, we do have shipbuilding, I believe, so we can get into the water. So let's go ahead and do that. Looks like we're about to meet Gaul over here. I'm assuming that's his colors. It's pretty unique as far as I know of. So yeah, we'll bump into him and see what he's all about. Also, we're going to be settling this city. And we're going to found our religion. And then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to buy... Oh yeah, the reason I know what I'm doing this turn is because we were in the middle of playing this turn and my computer crashed yesterday at the end of the stream, but there was only like 15 minutes until I was shutting down the stream anyway, so I just said fuck it and stayed off. So yeah, I kind of have an idea of what I'm doing for this turn, but after that, the wheels on the bus might come off. No. Nathan says Highlands maps are a lot of fun, tons of room to settle and explore. I'm really enjoying it. Gulls culture bombing mines are insane. Borders explode. Yeah, I'm super excited to play them. We'll see how that goes. I am going to put that stipulation on that one game where I'm going to make it so that I'll have that declare war on everybody I meet and no piecing them out, at least until I hit the medieval age. And then if things are going rough, then I'll try and like turtle up and frickin' win with a culture victory or something like that. Just to give myself a little bit of an out there, because I don't I don't mind doing stupid things for fun, but I'm competitive as balls, and it really bothers me when I lose. So that'll be my one little get out of jail free card, is if it isn't going well, that I can start piecing out and playing normally in the medieval age. But until then, it'll be an instant Dow the first turn I meet anybody, so it should be a lot of fun to watch. All right, so meanwhile here we purchased that because we were going to buy this tile and make an encampment, I do believe. However, I think, again, population is going to be huge because these tiles right now, they're shitty, but they're all going to grow back. Like, this one's going to be a 3-2, so these two will be 3-2s. This will actually be a 3-3, and that'll be a 3-2 as well. And then we're going to be buying another soothsayer and set them all on fire. We're going to be basically burning these freaking rainforests like all game long, essentially. That's the plan anyway. I want to see how high we can get them. I'm thinking we can get them up to like 10-10 at least before the game ends, but that's the only reason I haven't chopped them yet, by the way, because I would have definitely done things a little bit differently here. Hopefully this volcano starts spewing on us soon. We did clear away the tiles here. Oh yeah, this was the builder that was coming over to get that fixed, but I believe we're going to go here and get these fixed instead, or at least before that happens. But yeah, meanwhile, I think let's actually start with a granary first, because as soon as we start working these these tiles, once they grow back, that'll definitely help out. All right, so for our religion, my favorite religion name that I've ever come up with is Mixology. So we are going to be, instead of spreading Eastern Orthodoxy around the world, which we can't pick anyways, we're going to be, oh, I fucking got rid of it. We're going to be spreading Mixology and sending everybody in the world some obesity and heart disease, because why not? All right, so we went over this yesterday. I'll briefly touch on it here, but I'm not going to get into it. We really wanted, we were really going for Jesuit education, but with that culture, or not the culture problem, with me blowing up that volcano and screwing our capital city and a bunch of other things, we were last to get a religion, so we missed out on Jesuit education. I feel that would be the best pick, because being able to buy campus and theater square districts, or not districts, sorry, the buildings instantly is awesome, especially with the amount of faith that we're going to be generating, because that way you can catch up with our culture to get to our unique unit that much faster, to get to nationalism that much faster, to get to mercenaries that much faster, to upgrade your troops, all those things, and to science them to help actually catch our tech up, because clearly we're at 13 and the closest to us is 27 and 32, so we got our work cut out for us. However, what we're going to do here, work ethic would be a choice, but we don't have any good holy sites, like literally at all, so we're going to go with reliquaries instead. So relics are going to have triple yield of both faith and tourism, so I believe that makes the faith plus 12 faith per turn, I think, because I think it's 4 to begin with, which will add up very quickly, because we actually lucked out significantly where we have candy in the game, and so we're going to be doing everything we can to become suzerain of them as quickly as we can. And until then, I'm actually going to stop exploring the map, because I don't want to find any natural wonders until we are suzerain of candy. And we're also taking the Void Singers, if you missed yesterday, so we'll have our old god obelisks that have room for the relics in them anyway, so that should be a good source of faith that is it's a pretty bitter consolation prize, but at least it's, I think, the best option that we have. But meanwhile, the other choice, there, in my opinion, there isn't a choice at all. We are going with Crusade to get plus 10 combat strength when fighting within the borders of foreign cities that follow our religion. So there we go. Mixology is the true path of salvation, because if you get obese and heart disease, you're gonna die. So, anyways, please ignore all those other ones. Let's get going here. Like I said, I am super tired, so I'm gonna be like making mistakes, so laugh at me all the more. But also too, everybody who does watch me regularly knows that I tend to ramble sometimes and get distracted. It's even worse when I'm overtired, and so take it with a grain of salt today. But hopefully I'll be well rested for tomorrow, because we actually have a multiplayer game going on again at 3:30 Eastern tomorrow, and I'm commentating. I'm not playing. We're having a 3 versus 3 this time though, not a 4 versus 4, so that should be fun, and I'm looking forward to it. Alright, I'm also looking forward to our Droman, so before I forget what we're actually going to be doing... Oh, and I'm going to turn the music down too. I think it's still a little bit late, or a little bit loud, I mean. I still can't believe I did that yesterday. Yesterday we were going to turn on the original music of Civ and see the new soundtrack for Byzantium or whatever, and I went to go close Spotify, and I closed the streaming software and just cut the stream off entirely. But yeah, anywho, so what I want to do though, before I forget, is what I was trying to say, is I want to come in here. I normally have quick combat and quick movement enabled. I'm actually going to disable quick combat, and I'm going to confirm that, and then I actually got to change it in a mod down here too, because it overrides it. So quick combat, oh, not player only, AI only. There we go, because I want to see I want to see the there we go, okay, it worked, the Droman's fire breathing and stuff like that, and I want to check that out. So we'll do that for a little bit until I lose interest in it, and then I'll switch it back to fast combat like I normally have it on. But yeah, let's keep going. Hey, Ermin, how is it going? Everything all right with your PC? Yeah, it was a crash. What ended up happening, it was a problem with the video transmission between, like, nothing to do with the stream, but with the transmission of information between my monitor and the TV. The TV caused it because the monitor didn't die. It just, like, flashed when it happened, like... The screen flashed when I came back to the game, but I have my TV, like my 65 inches beside me, and that's where like chat's on, and it's connected to the computer, and it's like essentially working as like a huge ass second monitor. That's like whenever I look to the right, I'm reading chat and all that from there. But anyway, so the TV wouldn't register. Like normally it's on HDMI 1 because that's what's connected to the computer, and it was on HDMI 1 and it was still saying no signal. I tried turning the TV on and off again, it wouldn't pick anything up. And so I was like, oh, okay. And I thought, that's why I was like, oh, I thought I fried my video card actually, right? And then, but when I rebooted the computer, it worked fine, and it all seems normal. That's how I came back. I saved this from where we left off, and then last night I was streaming Mafia, the 1 remake, which is way more heavy duty than Civ, and there was no issues playing it on 4K, so that shouldn't be a problem, knock on wood, right? But yeah, good. Thanks for asking. Ali says, oh, praise to be to the burger. Hey, Zephyr, how's it going? He says, hey, hopefully you don't end the stream today as soon as I hop on. Yeah, it was you. It was all you, Zephyr. As soon as you showed up, I'm like, oh, fuck that guy. I'm done for the day. Yeah, sure, we'll take your diplomatic favor, and we're still going to settle right there and piss her off. Actually, wait, did she? Alright, so we got an appease the gods thing here. Ooh, gold tier is a free soothsayer unit. So our next one's going to be 200 faith to buy. So that's essentially 300 free faith if we get first place. And then if you get first place, you also get all the lower rungs. So silver tier, you get 1 free random promotion for all present and future soothsayer units, and +2 faith per turn. And then bronze tier gets +2 faith per turn. All right, so if you get gold, so if we come in highest, we get a free soothsayer unit, we get a free promotion for our soothsayers and for any ones that we get later on, and then we also get +4 faith per turn. That actually sounds pretty decent to me. As you can see though, we're playing on a large map. There is 10 10 people. So I don't know how hard it's going to be, because I've never done this before, to keep up with the DDAIs. Like, I don't know how much they sacrifice their units. And since our production is so low at the moment, I think we're just going to let this one pass. And we'll try to take advantage of the next one, because it's definitely some good stuff there. Actually, I'm going to delay the Droman by a couple more turns here. Actually, before I do that, I want to double check. We're at 28 to 29. All right, we still have 24 turn stuff. Yeah, I'm going to delay this just quickly, and I'm going to grab a builder for us. Just because I really want to get these tiles repaired and then mines built on all this lava stuff, so our city can get back to, like, an actually good city after I frickin' nuked us. Like, oh my god, I still can't believe I did that. And we didn't even get any good yields either. Like, I thought even if there was damage that, like, the tile yields would all automatically improve. That's not the case. CERN says Statue of Zeus should be good for appease the gods. Oh yeah, shit, I didn't even think of that, CERN. 50% to production towards crappy units you want to throw in the volcano anyway. And it would be so satisfying to throw all 3 of those pikemen in the fucking volcano. Do I have a city where I want where I have the chops for it? That's the more... This city, we could do it, actually. We would need to get an encampment, which we could do anyways. We could do an encampment here as their first district. And it, oh wait, it needs flatland, which would be fine. We could do flatland here. Or actually, we could do it, yeah, we could do it here. And I mean, we're going that way anyway. And then we could use the archers in our war and the battering ram too. Where is it? Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, I think that sounds like a plan. Okay, so I don't still have colonization on, so we'll switch that in. Is there something that we can get to unlock sooner? Well, military training itself, which would actually give us veterancy, which would help that city once it gets there. Yeah, that city won't be building the encampment. Oh yeah, but we're supposed to chop this. That's what this fucker is supposed to do. So we're going to fix that mine, and we're going to come down there and chop that tile. But this city needs to get to frickin'... It's the housing cap, though. That's what the problem is. I was wondering why they weren't growing. I forgot that I'd usually, like, rarely ever settle coastal cities, and I shouldn't have settled that. But I just want to grab these tiles. Like, it will end up being okay, but that's why it's off to such a slow start, is because we're freaking at our maximum housing capacity, which is horribly bad. I should have bought the granary before is what I should have done, but too late now. You can't go back and change things. So, yeah, and we got magnets there anyway, so that sounds like a plan. Which then I think there's a better chance that we get the encampment out than the wonder to boost it, so I think military training will be the first. Yeah. Sounds good, boss. God, I'm gonna take so much satisfaction out of killing him. Just like I took so much satisfaction out of freaking killing. I played a game last night when I couldn't sleep. I played a game to get a bunch of screenshots, like say for instance for this thumbnail, because what I do is I play a game with like whatever leader that I'm going to be doing a series on. So I played a game against Gaul, and I played a game against Constantinople where I was the Cree last night, and I freaking and I was doing fine. I was wrecking the game, and then and it was all well and good, and I was just going to win the game and just not care about it. But then frickin' Constantinople, like the city rather, like, and so like Abiorix or whatever the hell his name is, Ambiorix, they ended up killing an archer of mine that was 5 promoted because they spawned a frickin' pikeman in their city and attacked out. And yeah, so I lost that, and I just got so irritated that I was like, well, you're dead then. And I like literally I won the game in a religious victory, and I still clicked on play more turns, and I played like 3 more turns to like take every single one of their cities just to make myself feel better about screwing up. All right, so we will go ahead here, and we're actually going to pay him for his open borders, and then we're actually going to sell off our Diplo favor, because we might be able to buy a settler if we get enough, because we haven't got that many units. So he'll do 7. I'm just going to shop it around here and see. Yeah, if I remember from yesterday, I think they all were at 7 or worse. Yeah. Alright, so in the meantime, though, now that they are all at 7 or worse, I want to take all of Scythia's gold. Or as much of it as we can, I should say. I don't care. We'll give her the... Oh, no, I need to start saving iron. Never mind. We'll give her the iron, though. And just take as much of it as we can. And the reason I'm targeting her is because she'll be weaker and easier to kill if she doesn't have money to do stuff with. And we'll be stronger for it. So, that put us up to 251, so we're definitely nowhere near being able to purchase a settler. I think it's going to be 460 for a settler. Oh, 560. Yeah, it was 480 I was thinking of, but never mind. So that is not on the agenda for us at all. However, have we got archery already? I think so, right? No, we haven't yet. Okay, so I can still build slingers. It's not too late. Yeah, so I think we go builder into Droman, and then once we get military training to unlock this, whether we have to hard build it or not, I'm going to just go for it anyway, and then we'll switch into a Gosian frickin' and we will build some slingers out, and then we'll save this gold to upgrade them all to archers for when we go after Scythia, and then we'll hit her with archers and our Tagma units once we get to Divine Right. Alright, so have we placed a second district in the capital yet? No, we haven't. Okay, good. We can. Which, I actually, because the capital city is going to be better, I'm not going to get the government plaza right away. I'll get the government plaza in another city that I don't care about. And, oh, never mind. We don't have theater square. That's what I was going to say, is that we'll get a theater square. So maybe I do just go for this after all. Yeah, that's why I was... See, I had it slotted in, and I just couldn't remember why. But yeah, we're going to do that because I'm going to save... Or wait, you know what? We're growing fast enough. These tiles are going to grow fast enough. Oh yeah, we already placed it. That's why. I'm an idiot. It's just not done yet. Okay, never mind. It's already locked in. Like I said, sorry, I'm freaking overtired of not picking up on things. But yeah, I figured it out. Hey, Hazan, how's it going, man? Oh, right now, I remember the Gaul leader looks like the Braveheart character. Yeah, just a freaking Firecrotch Braveheart character. Alright, so Scythia's at 456, 383, 390 for the rest of them. We're trailing behind at 114, but I'm not really losing any sleep over it, not at the moment anyway. Speaking of buying things, actually, we should be buying that tile so that we're ready to chop it with Magnus. And put you on food focus. Machu Picchu's gone. So our forests are slowly regrowing over there, so that is a good thing. Other than that, though, I'm just irritated with the scout, so I'm going to put him on automated exploration. And I thought we had a second scout. Did it die? No, it's still alive. Okay, so there's one. Oops. Which one did I pick? That one? Okay. Oh my god. Oh. My fat fingers are just click, 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 click. There we go. And this guy's still on our territory, so I would like to see Matt's territory, though, so I'll pay him to open his borders up so we can finish scouting him. And then we'll look elsewhere, like for the other continents to go find everybody else. And meanwhile... Oh, wait, shit, I totally forgot. Never mind. We're going to pull this scout back here. And we're just going to leave him on alert, because I don't want to find anybody until we become suzerain of Kandy. So speaking of which, we need to build a frickin' pasture somewhere. Conveniently, we have horses there, so this builder can actually come to the horses first. Let's buy that tile immediately. Oh, are we going to expand there? Not soon enough. So we're going to buy the horses. That'll give us another envoy with candy. Is that going to be our first one? It is going to be our first one. So, actually, I changed my mind then. Because of that, because what we're going to do is we're going to wait. We're going to wait for the policy card switch so that we can get Diplomatic League in. So we get 2 envoys for completing horseback riding rather than just 1. And it will become suzerain for that much easier. Maybe that does change my mind about the Droman, actually. I think it does. Because we could actually change sooner and then not have to wait if we got our government plaza before we get the ship. Because again, I don't want to use the ship anyway until we become suzerain. And then in the meantime, after drama and poetry, we're going to want to go to theology, which earns us an envoy anyway. So that will be helpful when it comes to taking control, because then with the 3 envoys, we could actually grab suzerainship of Candy and start exploring. Yeah, sounds like a plan. I hate how, like, it reminds you to send more envoys when you already know you have an envoy and didn't send it. So yeah, we're going to put you to sleep just in case. I don't think there is one there, but we're going to cancel him too. Because if, like, literally if there's a wonder here and I find it and we lose out on a free relic, I'm going to cry like a baby. So same thing here. We're going to pull back to our coast and just hang out for a while. And then meanwhile, yeah, just keep going. Nope. Yeah. Alright, so let's sell our Diplo to her again. Actually, I will take... Normally I take bulk gold, but since we don't have anything immediate that we're purchasing, it is better to get gold per turn, because you do wind up getting more in the long run. And I think it probably will be about 20 or 30 turns before we declare on her anyway, so we should be fine. In the meantime, we'll go ahead and get that online as quickly as we can. Oh yeah, we were planning to build Zeus here in the capital, but we don't have the chops for it, so I think that's the better choice, but we'll need to get a settler, and so we'll switch into colonization too when we get the government plaza as well. Okay, great. Library is gone. Mine there. He's got the horses, so this guy can build 1 more mine. So much for upgrading our archers. I'm gonna pay for the tile, but I'm gonna buy it from Adrianople because it's cheaper, and then we'll switch it to rank 1. Alright, so we got 1 build left on him. Do I want to improve the turtles? No, I'd rather get more production, so I'll get a mine going on that volcanic soil over there. Meanwhile, we gotta wait for this, so we'll just put it to sleep for now, because we need to wait for 4 turns. Hey Cotton, how's it going, man? Actually, I'm going to be right back. I got to grab myself a drink real quick because I had to wait for the filter to fill up. So, oh, hopefully our builder didn't die. Oh, apparently not. Just fertilized tiles, so I guess that's a good thing. All right. Back in business. Ugh. And I actually brought the water jug with me too, so I won't have to run over there yet. Ooh, this is going to be a nice tile now. It was the horses were one of the ones that got fertilized too, so that's even better. We're 2 turns out from... Actually, wait, never mind. We can do it right now. Or wait. Don't we get... Did I frickin' miss? No, it should have been this turn. I thought when you finish your government plaza, you get to change your policies, or is it only when you finish the buildings inside of it? Maybe I'm mistaken. Oh well, it's only 2 turns. It's not the end of the world. We do have another governor tile to play with as well. We will be buying builders with faith, but I think for the most part, like, we only have like a few cities probably in here that we'll get, because we're going to be killing everybody else's, right? So provision, I think at this point isn't worth it. However, getting to Black Marketeer would be worth it, especially because the only source of iron we have at the moment, I believe, is through our city-state, until we conquer her. So 2 promotions into Magnus would help. However, I would definitely like to get our... yeah, we're going to actually take the promotion into the Void Singers now. Because I want to get our monuments up at, like, as soon as we can, at least one of them, so that we can get a couple relics once we start exploring more with our ships and whatnot. I do also want to go hunt that barbarian camp that was over here that we had to run from once we do have our ship back up. So let's actually... Yeah, well... Yeah, nobody cares. Yeah, I really don't care. But yeah, we'll do that. I take it you're going for domination here. Yes, we are going for domination, Zephyr. You are correct. The only difference is we're doing a faith-based domination, not a gold-based domination economy like we normally are. So we just crossed 200. We just crossed 200 faith. So let's go ahead and get a soothsayer here for 200. And we're going to start this fire going again. We're going to start it down here, though. That's why I bought it in Adrianople rather than rank 1. And that's because this city just got that good tile, plus our population is lower here. Oh, yeah, by the way, they have 3 populations, so we can switch off of that and put them on production focused again.
Trust me, it's going to be legendary.
And I want to make sure that nobody's locked in. And I didn't lock anybody in. Okay, good. But yeah, so that, and then this city, like, should have been bigger already, but we really want to hit 7 pop as fast as we can. So actually, I'll switch it off of production and onto food, just because I want to get that 3rd district down so we can get our theater square going as quickly as we can. Because that was also something I realized after the fact, that I definitely made a big mistake by not opening up. I should have went Holy Site into theater square into... Holy Site into Theater Square into the Hippodrome here for our first 3 districts, or Holy Site Theater Square into an encampment, and then Hippodrome for our 10th population district. But I mean, you learn as you go, right? So it is what it is. Meanwhile, they do want us to get masonry, but I'm not really worried about it. I'd much rather get a 3-2 or 3-1 for that matter at this point. Alright, so we finished our trade route. So now, we had sent it to Lahore just because we wanted the road there. I would like to get roads leading to her. However, I think because I want that district, that I'm gonna that we're gonna send it internally. Just, it's still like we do have the road or whatever, but at least we'll get to 7 population that much quicker. Alright, so somebody killed a city-state that we haven't even met yet.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Just Chisholm says Grand Chapel's so good with faith. You are definitely not wrong about that. Yeah, we're heading for theology right after drama and poetry. It's our next stop here. Meanwhile, our soothsayer unit, like, oh, I love these things, like, especially on 4K. Like, I don't mean to be like, oh, I'm on 4K, but, like, really, like, just the freaking artwork, you don't really appreciate it until you see it, like, I don't know. I'm still impressed by it. Like, cause like I said, I barely played any of this, so it's not like it's worn off for me. Like, especially if you take off the freaking yield icons and just look at it like this, like that's freaking epic, man. Creepy as fuck. And then when we set the fire too, why can't we set the fire? Oh, next turn, because they're out of a movement. That's why. But anyway.
All the world's a stage.
All right, okay. So we got that. Before I forget, again. Well, here we'll set the fire before I forget that. God, I love those things. We'll do that, but now let us go. What were we gonna do? We can't build an iron mine, so we're gonna hard research that. I do believe that we are heading to machinery, or no, we're heading to machinery to get crossbows. That's where we're going tech-wise. And we're heading to theology for our faith bonuses. And now we're going to change our government slot. So we're going to get rid of strategos, and we're going to get rid of urban planning, and we're going to put in colonization for the 50% boost towards settlers. And what else was going to... Oh, and a gauge for the production. We're done. Oh, no. Never mind. We're leaving maritime industries in, so I don't care. I'll slot... Oh, diplomatic league. I almost clicked confirm. Thank God. You know what? We're not going to bleed that much gold because it's still the early game, and we can trade our Diplo favor for gold too. So I'll get rid of conscription, even though it's going to cost us a little bit, and we're going to put in diplomatic league. Confirm. And now that we have that in, we are going to trigger the horseback riding thing. So let's do that. There we go. We got a 4-3-2 tile to work. Not too shabby at all. And on top of that, we got 2. And they also, even better, they took their frickin'... They had a Moni there. That's how they were suzerain, because their Mansa Musa was suzerain with 4. But now we can actually grab her with just our 1. And then we'll have another envoy to save in case Mansa tries to take her back. But for now, we are confirmed suzerain of them, which is perfect, because now we can set them to auto-explore. We can go back to our builders before I forget and turn them to go freaking finish that. Head up to our scout over here. Let's go to that. I want to go and see all about Teddy's land, because he's our friend for now, but might not be for very long. Oh, if he declares war on Candy, I'm gonna freaking flip my lid. I at least want to get a few relics out of them before they die. Like, we're not in a position to go over there and save them by any means, but yeah, okay, so you're going up there. Yeah, okay, so I think we're good. Alright, so the good news is that builder didn't die when that exploded. That's fine. And we upgraded that, so that's where that other builder went. Now we're gonna get the drone in here. I think I only want one drone to start with, just to go get it leveled up. We got the air score. I definitely want to get the Old God Obelisk going as well for the faith. We want to get the Aqueduct eventually here. We don't obviously have a choice in where we want to put it. It's one of these two places. I had wanted to put that there, but it doesn't really matter at this point. So yeah, let's go there and lock its price in, and then we'll figure out our Hippodome after. Because now, oh, I also want to lock in the Theater Square too. I totally forgot about... Oh no, never mind. We need 7 pot for that. So we're 5 turns away, and we'll start on that. Our shit's burning here, so we have 1 more charge left. We'll save it until the fire goes out, and we'll light it all the way back up again. Meanwhile, in 2 turns, they're hitting their granary, so they'll start on their encampment there. And I thought I had 1 charge saved to chop this out. Did I screw that up? I probably screwed that up. Alright, so we are going to need another builder at one point. But that's fine. And then in the meantime, so... Now that the Droman backup is here, let's go hunt those barbarians for some free experience. Oh, never mind. Let's quickly let our little guy heal up. So we'll go explore a little bit up this way with our guy, with the new unit. just because you can only heal in friendly territory. 4 turns away from that, our fire's still spreading, so that's good. I can't wait to see that fire shoot, to be completely honest. Alright, so now we gotta get open borders again with Teddy. And let's sell our Diplo to her. Alright, and again, I'm just going to put him on automated exploration. Hopefully, let's just double check. Wrong thing. I'm pretty sure we don't have anything in our palace. We do have 3 turns. That was a barb camp, I think. Somebody built the lighthouse. Alright, so it looks like we struck out for wonders unless there's something here. And they are keeping themselves occupied, which is great for us, because she'll be preoccupied, and then we're just going to frickin' slam through her from behind. No pun intended. That kind of came out the wrong way, unless I'm just a pervy old bastard, and that's the way it sounded in my head, so... Yeah, like the Grand Chapel is actually, it's so good just in general. It's not even just for faith. Like, a lot of people skip over that fact, right? Like, and even myself included, like, at first. But if you take a look at the Grand Chapel, okay, this is the part that a lot of people skip over, okay? So everybody sees grants the ability to buy land units with faith, so you automatically think, oh, well, it's garbage then if you're not having a lot of faith or whatever, right? Well, what they miss over is pillaging improvements in districts provides bonus faith. So you get even more faith when you pillage, which you pillage all the time when you're at war in general. So now, when you're pillaging and you like build up a whole bunch of freaking faith, you can then spend it on there. Even if you're not generating faith, your war itself will generate the faith that you can spend on units. So it's always, in my opinion anyways, in a war, better to go with Grandmaster Chapel in a domination game than the intelligence agency. Like, don't get me wrong, the plus three combat strength from your spy is nice to get early, but you don't get to it so early that it's like game breaking. Why do you keep waking up? I already put you to fucking sleep, buddy. Go to sleep. Oh, we only got 10 airs? Right, and we need 10 points. I don't think we're going to get to our Hippodrome in time, or to Divine Right. Yeah, definitely not with our low culture output. Yeah, so we might not get our golden age after all. Lovely. Oh well, it is what it is. I'm not going to cry about it, I'm too tired to care. Alright, so meanwhile we are healed up now with our galleys, so let's head over and go hunt some barbarians. Sure. Renew that friendship with Teddy. Oh, Diplo League, did I forget? Did we get a Civic and I forgot to switch out of it? No, next turn I switch out of it. Hassan says, seeing Teddy Roosevelt's Rough Rider skin reminds me of Rap Battle. So I imagine soothsayers don't get affected by natural disasters. No, they do not. They are immune to them because they cause them, so they don't get damaged by the stuff. So that is a good assumption. Cotton says, Diplo League, were you just reminding me then for next turn when I switch out of it? Or, oh, never mind. That comment was must have been from when I was choosing it the last time and I was trying to remember what I was looking for. Okay, yeah. Sometimes it's just so stupid. I set the stream delay to nothing, but I guess it's just a natural one that you can't avoid. Hey, Jigger. Hey, guys, did I miss a lot? Am I late joining? Not that much, Jigger. Did you see the stream from yesterday? Because this is the second part of the stream. So if you didn't see yesterday's stream, then yes, you did miss a lot. There's a link down in the description below where you can catch up if you want. So Gab says, Gamer Gramps, Gamer Gramps, Yo, how much do you like Byzantium so far? I actually really, really like Byzantium. Like, really, really like them. Frickin', they're, and I'm doing a bad job with it in general, but like, I'm looking forward to my second playthrough with them already. Like, I am looking forward to this one still. It's not like it's a write-off or something. However, I'm definitely not doing as well as I would like to normally. We're gonna have to go for a builder here. So meanwhile, we can take them off food focus and put them on that, and I'll unlock all their tiles. And we'll just have them on straight up production. Because we need to get that builder out so we can chop this into the encampment, and then we also need to chop this into an aqueduct for them. Or sorry, chop that. Oh, that's gonna suck. But whatever. It's not the end of the world. It is what it is. Alright, so we got theology. I definitely wanted scripture, but now I'm thinking more about it. And I don't really think there's a reason for it at the moment. Like, yeah, it'll generate our faith, but we're not going into a golden age. Like, we're 10 away with 8 turns left. I have done that before, but I don't think it's on the agenda for us today. But meanwhile, we're just going to go straight to Divine Right as quickly as we can. However, we don't have any campuses, and we don't care about that. So I think defensive tactics is the better choice, because then we can get the Limes policy card. We are working on machinery. Yeah. Before your aqueduct, I want you to start getting... Wow. Yeah, 3 should be good. There, get 2 slingers and then the aqueduct there. Switch out of Diplomatic League. I'm going to keep colonizing, or no, we're going to get rid of colonization. What am I doing? Because we're not building that yet. So we're going to go urban planning, and then I think we go back to strategos, because we really need to do what we can to get a great general. It will get easier as we get these encampments online. I wish we had veterancy. Actually, military training is only 6 turns away. Yeah, I want veterancy, because we're getting an encampment here and an encampment there as well, so that will actually pay off to get it in 6 turns, even if we have to hard research it. But meanwhile, yeah, that builder's going to be too late. So we earn that extra envoy. We're just going to hold on to it because we want to maintain suzerainship of Candy, so we got to be careful we don't lose them. Alright, so yeah, 0 luck as far as that goes, so let's just get to the coast as quickly as we can. Jiggy says, is there Mohendero on this map for fresh water bonus? Not that we've seen so far, not that I know of anyway. Oh wait, there is. Yeah, but they're already suzerain with 5, and I'm more concerned with Candy than I am with fresh water. It's only 1 city that has the housing problem. Our others are on fresh water, and I'm only planning on settling 1 more city anyway before we start killing people, and possibly this one. This one's just for the Petra though, and so it's not a priority really at all. Otherwise, I would prioritize Mohendero, but for those reasons, I'm not really worried about it this time around. Later on, once we kill whoever's their suzerain, like Mansa Musa has 5 in there, once we kill Mansa Musa, we'll definitely be, that'll be a huge bonus for us, but I'm not going to risk losing Candy because I want to get the things. As to the other question about if I'm getting Temple of Zeus, why am I building the slingers? Because I want to make sure that I can start this war like as soon as possible and that we're ready for it. And also I want to slot out of actually I need to get a couple more. I want to get all these slingers built, and because we're doing domination, I'm not worried about getting more than I usually do. So the more the merrier as far as I'm concerned. And we're going to have to start worrying about our income too after these cities, but taking Mansa-Musa should definitely help with that because he has Sagubas in all his cities, which is real good for us. Alright, and so we remember we still need to kill a barbarian camp. We haven't gotten the invite to the Sanguine Pact or to the Hermetic Order yet, so that is also something to keep in mind. Actually, I forgot we had these tiles, so that's what, 1, 2 chops there, 3 chops there, 3.5 chops, 4 chops if I bought that tile. That might be enough to get Zeus with Magnus in, and then we wouldn't have to settle this city for nothing over here. We could settle this, we'd still settle this city, but I wouldn't do it on the coast. I'd probably settle it right here and do an Aqueduct city. Excuse me. And then just use all the chops to chop out an army. So that's actually a better idea, I think. After this builder comes out, we're going to chop that 1 tile with Magnus here. Oh, actually, they're at 4 pot now. Yeah, so we'll actually probably chop the forest, the stone, and the rainforest here before we go. And then ship Magnus to the capital. And then probably Pingala over to here since this city's growing faster since it doesn't have housing problems. Meanwhile, after the encampment... Oh, we're at 4 population, so I can lay down my 2nd district. So, do we have a spot right now for the holy site? Oh yeah, we're not building this anymore. So we can go theater square here and entertainment or hippodrome here, right? 1, 2, 3, yeah, and that will help both of them. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan to me. So let's buy that tile, and then we'll have to trade for more gold too. All right. Sure. Didn't I say Mohenjo-daro? Or is it with a J and I'm not pronouncing the J? Yeah, I don't give a shit. Thank you. I know, but I really don't. I'm bad at pronunciation to begin with, but there's so many things that like I'm not gonna freaking pronounce right. That there's only so many that I'll try. I'm trying to pay attention to saying deity instead of deity, and we gotta walk before we run around here. Hey, Alec, how's it going? I really want to watch, but I'm at work. Hey, no worries, Alec. It'll be here when you're later. And in case you don't know, too, I went through that whole stream yesterday, and I, like, highlighted certain parts in the stream. So I'll be doing the same with this one. Like, it won't be right away, because I'm streaming Twitch today, too. So it'll be after I finish the Twitch stream tonight that I'll come back, and I'll put chapters into this stream that we're in right now. So there'll be, like, oh, when I, like, planning City 1, or, like, you know, chopping our first army, or getting our first hippodrome, or like starting our first war, etc., etc., like that kind of shit. It'll be broken up into chapters if you highlight the time bar on the video. That it'll all be broken down there, whatever, for you if you come back to it later, because you're at work, man. No worries at all. And so, Jacob, yeah, I answered you why I was getting Temple Zeus. I'm pretty sure. Did you beeline the construction for the inspiration? No, we did not, Zephyri. We hard researched it, and it just because we like with this civilization, you need to prioritize culture. I did a bad job of it because I blew ourselves up with the fucking volcano. Anyway, So don't blow yourself up with a volcano, and then you'll be fine. But I would highly recommend that you open up in your capital city, that you open up Theater Square. And this is not what I did. This is like after having fucked up and like then seeing how everything works out. I would highly recommend you go open up with a holy site into a Theater Square for your second district at Pop 4, into an encampment at Pop 7, and then a hippodrome at Pop 10 in your capital. And then in your second city, go holy site into Government Plaza, or holy site into Theater Square and then encampment. And then in your third city, depending on whether you went Government Plaza in the second one or not, then I would go holy site Government Plaza encampment, or holy site Government Plaza hippodrome if you don't have a lot of growth potential. Because there's no point getting the hippodrome until you reach all the way to Divine Right, which is fucking way down here in the way down here in like halfway through the medieval era. So it'll just help you get through the culture tree. Like, I really missed the boat on that. And then like what was even worse about me blowing us up with the volcano was that I did it when I was 2 turns away from getting 7 population. So if I would have just waited 2 turns before finding out that don't blow yourself up with a volcano, we would have actually had the Theater Square down like 30 or 40 turns ago now. Ronnie said, I followed your instructions with Gaul and doing it fine. Policy tutorial and civic tech. Yeah, I've never done the civic tech shuffle. I don't like, I think that looks fucking stupid to me personally. Like, I'm gonna play one of them for a stream at some point, Ronnie, but I haven't played it in my personal life, and I'm never gonna play it in my personal life. I wouldn't even play it. Like, I don't even, like, I'll do like things that I think sound fun and look forward to on streams, but that's one that I'm literally like checking off a box, and once it's done, I'm never gonna go back to it again, unless I'm like absolutely amazed by how fun it is. I don't think it's a dumb game mode. I just think it's a game mode that I'm not excited about. Is like, there's nothing wrong with liking it, and there's nothing wrong with it in general. It's okay. Well, Ronnie, you're not tagging me properly in all your, like, I understand you're trying, but none of yours are tagging me, so it's hard for me to keep up with the questions. What you need to do is type @ okay, like this. What you do is just type @ and then type G, and then as soon as you start typing gamer, like as soon as you type the G of Gamer Grampz, there'll be a little thing that pops up above where you're typing, and it'll say Gamer Grampz. Then with your mouse, click on the Gamer Grampz name, and then it will fill it in, and then type your message, and then it will show up as read for me. So I am trying to comb through them, but like, oh wait, never mind. Hold on, I take that back. I apologize. I was on the wrong screen. You're doing it right. Just ignore what I said completely. I was looking through my freaking stupid streaming software, and it doesn't show up that way. I switched back over to the actual YouTube chat, so it is correct. So I'll be able to find here. Zephyr says, thoughts on the new wonders. I'll go over it when we get to them, Zephyr. I'm sorry, I'm so tired right now, man, that like I'm gonna have a video coming out tomorrow morning on the statue of Zeus, and another one coming out either Sunday or Monday on the biodome. But quickly, I think the biodome's good just for science games. I think it's a piece of shit otherwise, and the statue of Zeus I think is a piece of shit, except for if you're playing with the Zulu, or with Japan, or with Greece, or with Sweden. I think it's just a dumpster fire district 100% of the time. And other than that, though, like, I did it all on stream yesterday, in yesterday's stream, but like, you don't save any production. You actually lose production by building that, because you can only get 15% from using the Corvée policy card, and then plus 10% if you go in the autocratic government. So that's a 25% discount total. Whereas if you build 3 archers, you build freaking 3 spearmen, and you build 1 battering ram, you get 50% production boost from policy cards, so it's way cheaper to just build the fucking units or buy them, and nobody gives a shit about frickin' anti-cavalry units unless you're playing a civilization that has a unique anti-cavalry unit, because they're just garbage, and you're much better off going with either and again, sorry, I'm tired. I'm not directing this at you, I just mean in general, but I'm not doing a good way of presenting it, so I apologize. But yeah, you're just way better off going with ranged units and and siege units and cavalry, and maybe with the odd melee units sprinkled in here and there, than you are with anti-cavalry units. In the multiplayer, though, I do think it's a good wonder for multiplayer. The numbers, like, I'm sure they're gonna tweak the numbers, like the mods, or like in that Better Balanced Game mod. I'm pretty sure they're gonna drop it to, like, say two pikemen, 2 archers, and a battering ram, or even 2 archers, 1 pikeman, and a battering ram, or something like that. However, in multiplayer, it'll be a very, very, very good wonder, because then against human opponents, anti-cavalry units actually matter and are actually a good thing to invest in. So that would be the flip side to that coin. I think it's a piece of shit for single player, but good for multiplayer, and I would never build it other than playing this apocalypse mode, where I'm going to throw all those dumpster units into the volcano, and it's more or less just building it for shits and giggles. Really, I think I'd still be better off just producing the units with the 50% boost and throwing them in a volcano than spending the wonder, because really all you get is 3 gold per turn for it, which I think that's like covers its maintenance cost essentially, and then 4 arrow score. There's a lot easier ways to get 4 arrow score for a lot less production. So there you go. That is my thoughts on the new wonders. I answered Gab when he asked me how I like Byzantium. Gab also says, you convinced me, I'll start a game with them right now. Let's try this. Yeah, Gab, if you actually want to play, if you're still here, I don't know if you left already to go do that or not, but if you're still here, if you go into the stream from yesterday, I put a turn 1 save file in the description, so you can literally download the exact map that we're playing on right now. Oh, sorry, it's actually a turn 3 save file, not a turn 1 save file, sorry. But yeah, either way, from when we settled our city, you can start on the save where our settler is sitting right where we settled our capital, and you can play on the same map I am and just do a better job of it than I am. Hopefully for you anyways. No, I did Beeline Construction, I already said that. Cotton already told me the pronunciations. Hey John, sorry I missed you, man. Happy you popped by. You love the streams, keep up the good work. I'm not doing so good today because I'm so tired, and I honestly shouldn't have streamed. I'm a nerd too, right? Like, I was so excited for Byzantium that I wanted to play them, even though I shouldn't be doing this right now. I should just be like freaking resting and like taking it easy until 4 o'clock when I have to play with Gaul, because I'm going to be a mess. Jeffrey says the historical relevance of Mohenjo. Yeah, see, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. Of Mohenjo is they had the first sewage system separating their drinking water from waste, reflected in the suzerain bonus. Okay, good to know. Magnus, how's it going? Oh, sorry, Magnimus. Yeah, Magnimus Czar. Magnimus Czar, do you have all the DLC and the expansions? Yes, I do. Ronnie, you said I skipped a question, so now I'm pretty sure I caught up. So I assume that you're talking about one of the ones that I just went and read and caught up there. But again, sorry about saying you weren't tagging it properly, because you are. All those were tagged properly that I just read through. Like I said, it was just a mistake on my part, looking through I was looking through the streaming software and not on the actual YouTube chat. So that's what that was about. Sefri says, don't blow yourself up with a volcano. Yeah, exactly. That about sums up my stream from yesterday. That's the lesson I took away from it. And yeah, so Zephyr says, I've been debating starting a channel for Civ, but geared towards discussing the history of Civs and wonders, etc. Yeah, that'd be really interesting, actually, because a lot of people in that Gaul video that I did, a lot of people responded, because like I honestly thought that Gaul was just like a prehistoric version of France. Like, that's literally like was my whole assumption of what they were. Then a lot of people like educated me otherwise. Like they were all nice about it. They weren't like assholeish or anything. But so, and I enjoy history. I just don't know a whole lot about every part of history, right? There's certain parts that I've enjoyed more than others, like the whole like colonial area or area. Oof, Jesus, the whole colonial era is something that I'm really interested in, like the Napoleonic Wars, like that time zone, and like the just right around that time zone has always been my favorite that I paid the most attention to. But all right, so we got one more slinger coming. We'll be done that. I do believe that's... Oh, no, we got 2 more slingers coming. So we're not going to finish it by the time we want to switch out of it. So I'll just we'll leave it with that other one. That'll be fine. And we're actually going to want another builder quickly. But I want to grow because I want that district. So, yeah, never mind. We'll get the aqueduct. But anyways, after this other slinger comes out, we'll actually switch into archery, because we'll be done this slinger by the time we finish archery, since we're not going to be killing a unit with a slinger, so that should be fine. Meanwhile, I want to get the hell out of the way of this volcano before I regret that, so let's try and do that and keep our units away from it, because it could go off again any minute. Meanwhile, we're getting closer. There's some barbarians. The barbarian camp is right here, as you can see. So last time they had a whole bunch of ships here. So I think I'm going to hang out right there and wait for our galley to catch up, because we've been outpacing them since we had a head start, since it had to heal. But yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to come across as a dick there to answering your question there, Ronnie. I'm sorry, it's just me being tired and freaking not doing the best. So I apologize. Like, I'm sure you're not losing sleep over it by any means, don't get me wrong. I just mean, in general, I didn't mean to come across that way, so I'm sorry. Meanwhile, though, let's zip across the river here to safety, and then we're going to use our soothsayer to go ahead and freaking fertilize these tiles again. We did lose a population there in that city, but so be it. And again, the reason why I'm not really worried is because we already placed down our theater square over here. So it doesn't matter. We could be at 3 population forever, and we will still have that. But meanwhile, I think after this, we'll take a little break for a while. Like, not from the game. I just mean a break from setting fires. We are pretty close to getting back up to 300 faith, though, so I might be a complete hypocrite here. We'll see, because we're still a long ways off from getting to Divine Right and getting our Grandmaster's Chapel, so I don't really have a whole lot to save my faith for at this point. Because, like I said, this is what I was talking about, how it would be so nice to have Jesuit education right now. Like, think about this soothsayer, like that. So that's like 300 faith that we spent on soothsayers. That's like 2 libraries that we could have built, or like a whole amphitheater, and then like be halfway to the next amphitheater kind of thing. So yeah, but anyways, like I said, let's keep our units, especially when they're weak, over here and out of the way. It's gonna make me so sad to kill Menelik. He's like my 2nd favorite leader. It's so funny. I got my 2 favorite leaders in the game, so I'm gonna have to kill my 2 favorite civs in the entire game. It's depressing. Ooh, we met Armagh too. So train a spearman, train a spearman. Oh yeah, we want to do that. That's also another thing. Sorry, that's the other thing I forgot to mention too. For the Temple of Zeus, one part of it that is good, is which would make me want to build it more, is if there's lots of city-states that have train a spearman as one of their things. So as an added bonus, we're also going to get 2 envoys for that for that wonder. So it does add a little bit of more value that way. Cotton said, did you lose a pop because one citizen was working one of those rainforest tiles? How does the losing pop thing work? I have no idea. I'm sorry, I can't give you the answer. I have no idea. I don't play Apocalypse mode. I would never be playing this if I wasn't doing a stream. Like I said, I started one on the stream last Friday, and I've only played the Ancient and Classical era, so I don't have a whole lot of experience, and I'm not interested in it, so it's not like I studied up on it ahead of time to, like, learn the ins and outs or anything like that. I just happened to like hear people talking, like, or when I was reading through a post, that you can just basically constantly freaking improve your yields like this. The other thing is getting like the Great Bath and flooding your river for faith with Ethiopia, but those are just the only two things I know that you can do. But like I said, I don't find this appealing at all. Like after I finish this game and after I finish the Mali diplomatic game that we started on Twitch, I probably won't ever play the Apocalypse mode again unless like it's a long time from now and I've had some time to like not be so irritated by it. But yeah, for a change of pace, it is what it is, and I don't knock anybody who does enjoy it. Like, it's just personally, I like, there's different parts of the game that I find more appealing than others, and this isn't one of them. So sorry to burst your bubble, Cotton. And all of the commercial city names in Civ 6 are Sanskrit based. Okay, so we finished military training, so I wanted to change out of Strategos again. We're going to change out of a Gauge. Get money. I know that much. We're not going to war yet. We don't need equestrian orders. We are wanting to switch to veterancy. Oh yeah, I'm going to get that settler first, so I will change it to that. Let's check, actually, before I make my mind up, let's check our great general situation here. We're at 38 of 155. Somebody's earning 2. Scythia's earning 3.4. Okay, so we're not that far behind, actually. Like, we should actually be able to get this, because the highest is Scythia at 3.4, and we're going to be 4, like, once we get this, and once this finishes. Not to mention if we get barracks and stuff like that. So, so I think I leave the Great General points on and ditch urban planning, and then go ditch that for veterancy, and then put colonization on here. Confirm, and then yeah. Alright, so then after the Aqueduct, we're going to get a settler. Actually, you know what? We'll get the settler first, because then our population will drop, so we'll actually grow faster once the population drops, because we'll be further away from our housing limit. So I think that's the better play. Not to mention, we also get over there quicker, which is always nice too. But this will be the last city that we settle. And then from here on out, we are going to war. Like I said, I'm basically timing this out for a medieval age war. As soon as we get to Divine Right, it's pretty much go time. Like, once we get a couple of units with our archers and whatnot. And that's why I am beelining for machinery tech-wise, is because I want to make sure that we have access to crossbows. But yeah. See, and this is why I remember why I saved on, or I held on to the envoy before. That was because somebody they dethroned us. So by holding on to them when you're not going to be using them for other things, it allows you to make sure you maintain control of the city-state you desire. And since for me, Candy is the most important city-state in the game right now, that's why I'm prioritizing her over Mohamedero. Like, we are still suzerain of Lahore, and we could also take them back if we needed to. However, I'm not really worried if we lose them, because we'll get them back after we kill whoever takes them. Meanwhile, I suppose we are a little bit closer now, so let's poke forward and see. Oh, this is going to be great. This is going to be epic. Let's even frickin', can I switch the thing and can I still fire them? Oh, I can. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright. And it's a quick animation too, so it's not like it's going to take forever, so I think I might actually leave that on for a while. So 4 turns out on that, 2 turns out on the builder to chop that out, which then after we do the chops there, we'll move Magnus and are going to be going for Statue of Zeus, which should actually tie him out fairly well. Meanwhile, double gone. Alright. And the fires be burning. Good stuff, good stuff. And again, keeping our units away from the fire is what I'm doing. That's why I'm sending them all to this weird place so they're safe. Because the little slingers be fragile. Hassan, I might not be freaking... I must not be understanding that the freaking... what you're referencing when you keep talking about this rap battle between Winston Churchill and Teddy. Like, is there like some skit or something? Hey, Nern, how's it going? Just stopping in to leave like a brother. Alright, so good. Our fire is spreading. It'll spread to the last tile over there. And I think we will hold on to our faith for a little bit. Maybe not. I don't know. Actually, we'll set some fires around our new city. Because I don't mind chopping out forests, because they're productive chops. But rainforests are pretty dumpster fires anyway. So if we could turn some rainforest in and get like a Chichen Itza city, like even right here, like this city would have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. So that might be a possibility too. We'll have to, because then what would this city have if we settled here for the coastal? We'd have what, 1, 2, 3,
Trust me, it's gonna be legendary.
4, 5. Hey Jots, thanks for subscribing. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. I'm sorry I'm so tired and freaking not at the top of my game, everybody. Okay, Rap Battle's a history. It's a YouTube skit series. Okay, that explains it. Thanks for the heads up, Jots. The Gaul look like a production war civ. Yeah, I'm reserving my judgment on them until I play them. Like I did an intro video on them where I said they're pretty mediocre, and I think they are going to be pretty mediocre. Like I think they're going to be decent, like just like the middle of the pack, decent, like not bad, not good, just like average kind of thing. I don't think they're going to be that special. Like they have certain abilities, but again, we'll see, because I could be completely wrong. Maybe they're like God. Well, I'm not. Never mind. Maybe they're like top tier or something like that. And okay, Suburban says you can lose pop whether you're working the tile or not. Okay, good to know. Thanks for the heads up there, Suburban. Magnus says, how did you get the drop down from the other colonials? Are you talking about this, Magnus, up here in the top right hand corner, right here? Nern says, okay. Yeah, no worries. Like, I just, like, I think they're going to be mediocre, but I could be pleasantly surprised. Maybe they're stronger than I think. Like, I think their early game's going to be fun, and we're going to be doing a fun playthrough with them on Twitch starting at 4, where we, oh yeah, good segue, by the way. I do stream on Twitch as well, 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 4 to 8 usually. Unless personal stuff happens, like today I might call it quits early, and if I do, I'll be streaming tomorrow on Twitch to make up for it. But anyways, we're going to be doing a Gaul playthrough at 4 p.m. with them, except for it's going to have unique... Oops, shit. Sorry, I'm clicking the wrong things here. There we go, I got rid of them all. Sorry about that. Anyway, so I'm going to be doing a playthrough where we are going to be declaring war the turn we meet anybody. There will be no peace until the Middle Ages. At least, like, I might just keep that going the whole game, but I'm giving myself that a little bit of an out, but just as something different, to keep it entertaining and have fun. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, just basically for the Civilization, I think they'll have a really strong early game, but I think they're just middle, because they're so map dependent. Like, you can play the Highlands map, for instance, which is probably going to make your life a whole lot easier, but on run-of-the-mill maps, like, hills aren't that off, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're even with a hill bias, right, that's just your start bias. Like, when you start factoring in, like, all fucking over the place for settles, it's really going to limit their city's capabilities, other than their home, like, area where they have their start bias that impacts the freaking thing. that like impacts the terrain around them immediately. The further away you get from their like starting point, unless you're playing with civilizations with like Ethiopia in the game and Gorgo and Pericles that have hill biases, like if you start with all those different civilizations, you can like custom make a map that's a lot easier to play with them. But if you're not, if you're just playing run-of-the-mill with random civilizations on a random map, like I just think they're going to be average. But like I said, we'll see. I'll hold my final judgment until later. Nern says, I respect the grind you've been doing, brother. Thanks, Nern. I have been trying. I won't be going this hard. Just this was a special week. It was just bad timing the way everything worked out, because like Mafia 1 was supposed to come out last month. It was supposed to come out on the 28th of August, I believe, off the top of my head. And then they delayed it until yesterday. Well, technically today, but because of the time zones, it was yesterday at 7. So just with the 2 civs and then Mafia coming out, and it's a lot to take on at the moment. And then like it's compounded by the fact that like normally I'm only streaming 3 days a week on Twitch, but then like I had to get 7 streams before I unlocked the ability to become an affiliate. So I ended up streaming 7 days in a row, and it just, yeah, everything kind of compounded. So I've been working hard, but it's been taking a lot out of me. But now now things should be kind of free and clear from here on out. Like this weekend is the last really stressful, time-consuming part of it. It should all kind of head back to normal, but I will still be putting out a lot more content than I have been in the past, because now that Michaela's not here, I have a lot of free time, and I'm trying to keep myself out of trouble by doing this YouTube thing rather than like drinking beer as much as I used to and everything like that. I'm not drinking beer unless I'm watching my Saints game. That's kind of what I'm trying to do right now. All right, so let's go back to to machinery here, and we'll put as many turns into it as we need to, so that once we upgrade our archers here, once our cash situation improves a bit, that it'll help us out in that regard. We're 3 turns away from the encampment there. Meanwhile, all of our slingers can just hang out here, but it's going to be a shame if a flood comes, so let's actually... Sorry, 1 second. Ooh, sorry about that. Oh, and Magnimus, yeah, that drop down, it's in the option menu. If you come here, it's a feature they added in like June of like last year or something. June of 2018, I think, actually, if I'm remembering right. But anyways, you come here to your game options and you go to interface, and it's right here. It says show yields in HUD ribbon. They have it, again, don't ask me why, but they have it set to off by default when it was a new feature they added. I think it's amazing, and they should put it to like it should automatically be on, always on by default. But for whatever reason they didn't make that decision, so you have to go in there manually, because that's like literally, of all the questions I've ever been asked on YouTube of anything by anybody, that is the question I'm asked most often. Hey, what mod are you using to put these on? And it's like they just did a really, really poor job with that, in my opinion, and I can't believe they haven't rectified it since. Because they engage in their community and they watch the community. Like, you know, Carl, the lead QA, I know he's like in the game mechanics stream and Normulator stream regularly. So like, I know they know. I'm surprised that they haven't like literally just switched it to on by default. But yeah, so that's what you're looking for, Magnimus. John said, I was trying to go last night. By the time you've got the Opidum online and are ready to mass spam their unique warrior, they're usually invalidated on DD. You need multiple cities pumping them out with Opidums to reach a critical mass of bodies. You either wipe them out or just lose. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I'm not expecting to roll, like, I'm not expecting to roll over the whole world with my little fucking bitch warrior units. Like, they're warrior units. Their time is in the ancient and classical eras, and then they're just like, as nice as that combat bonus is, when you start running into freaking like crossbows and swordsmen, your combat bonus only goes so far. Like, it's, yeah. So like, my plan is I'm going to be opening up with them very aggressively, and I want to kill my first neighbor basically before the classical era. Like, I'm looking to take whatever their 3 cities are that they settle, those are going to be my 3 cities by the time I'm done the ancient era, hopefully. We're pretty damn close to it anyway. But we'll have to play it by ear and see how it goes. Meanwhile... Ooh, we can roast some more people. Sorry. I guess I should worry about the spearmen. I'm hoping their boats come back soon. Oh, spoke too soon. Well, now we get to see a droneman against a crossbow. Where are we? Alright, and they have a quadrime too. So now, let's see who wins. Like 30% of their hits, so it's going to take 3 hits with them to kill them. But remember, we'll get the promotion. As soon as they're promoted too, we'll be able to kill them a lot quicker. Josh says exactly what you got to do. Yeah. Orlok says, is he using any mods? I am using a whole bunch of mods. I am using Concise UI is my favorite mod. It's the one that I figure is the most important to use because it does things like changing the gold system when you trade with people. You can come here and like, look at, I can move up by 100, I can move down by 10, up by 10, down by 10, down by 1. It's just so much better. When I try to sell strategics, I go by 5 automatically every time I click it. So it's just, oh, so much better. It does a few other things, but if it only did the gold thing, I would still love the mod. It would be my favorite mod ever. Once you start using it, you can never go back as far as I'm concerned. Like, I literally actually, like, the mod a section of it got broken, and it took, like, 4 days to get fixed. And once I found out I had to trade gold normally, I didn't play Civ for 4 days. I was just like, no, I'll wait. But anyways, so Concise UI, I'm using better espionage screen, better report screen, better trade screen, and also Sucretax simple UI adjustments is somewhere down there. But yeah, so I don't use any mods that change, like, gameplay or balance or anything like that. All the mods I do use are UI mods. It's like, for instance, the better report screen one gives just, the only thing it does is give you this policies menu where you can literally, for all the different policy cards that you can switch into, it actually figures it out for you based specifically on your empire and the cities you have and your population and etc., how much each policy card will actually do for you. So if you're wondering like, oh, you know, I should probably slot rationalism in because it's a good card, and then you look and realize it's only going to give you +4 science, you can make more informed decisions. But yeah, that's the list of them. No problem at all. Orlok, if you want a better description, if you look on my YouTube channel, I actually have a video where I show the mod, like the mods that I just talked to you about there. I go through and show all the different features they do and why I like them so much, and then you can kind of make your own decision from there. But yeah, if you just search for Gamer Grampz mods, you'll find it. It's the one that has a pirate on the front of it. Alright, so meanwhile, we finished our builder. We also can lay down another thing here, which is what we are going to be doing in a couple turns, because we're going to be chopping that into the encampment. In the meantime, I think we start on the Old God Obelisk. We've really struck out hard when it comes to frickin' our scouting. Like, Jesus, I'm going to actually just start controlling them. Of course, I say that, and then I walk into a frickin' thing where there's a scout and a slinger. Famous last words, right? We finally made it over here. Hopefully we'll be able to get to another landmass through the shallow water. Meanwhile, yeah, we're safe to hang out over there. So we got our normal age, which is fine. Oh my god, see? I'm fucking tired, man. Jesus Christ, I totally forgot. I'm like, oh, we don't have anything to do with faith. And I fucking picked Exodus of the Evangelists for this exact region. We would have had a golden age. This is why you don't play when you're fucking tired. Oh my god. What a dumpster fire of a fucking game. Alright. Totally sorry. Totally freaking screwed that up. Like, the whole... We would have just we would have literally, like, moonwalked into a fucking golden age if I would have remembered, oh yeah, your dedication was fucking Exodus of the Evangelist. Like, look at... Like, literally, we would have got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, like, fucking 14, 6... Like, they don't even have a fucking religion. Don't play the game when you're tired if you care about winning fast. But yeah, anyways, enough of me crying like a baby. Let's fucking go on. Jesus. Anyway, let's try and kill this crossbow here. I think hitting him should give us the promotion on the Droman, which will actually make us be able to finish him off that much quicker. I don't think we'll take the promotion, though. I think we'll just kill him to kill him next turn. Meanwhile, over here, let's hit their galley. Or hit the quadrime, I mean. And then we'll reevaluate from there. Alright. So she's gonna like us, I think. Because her agenda is she likes people who aren't near her. So she's like pretty much an automatic friendship. Except for we're at a different secret society, so that'll make it a little bit tougher, but not by much. Alright, so we have a little bit of air score, so we can actually push through one thing if we want it. I'm going to put this to Scythia. Or, I always call her Scythia, it's such a bad habit of mine. To Tomris. It's the Scythian Empire, but I always call her Scythia like it's her name. But yeah, so I'm going to actually push that through to try and make sure it happens, because we'll send all our trade routes to her, because we want to develop the roads there anyways in order for our troops to be able to get to her faster, because we are looking to get into the war very soon here. Well, by very soon, I mean within this age anyway. And then here we'll pick ourselves, but I mean, again, I really could care less about this at all. It's just sort of an afterthought. Yeah, like, I'm so freaking just sitting there spending my faith like on soothsayers, and I'm even saying like, oh, I'm gonna buy the next one at 300 even though we don't really need it, but hey, I got nothing better to spend my faith on anyways, since we don't have freaking Jesuit education, so wow. Alright. Anyway, yeah, okay, so we're ready to chop our encampment, so let's get rid of the Old God Obelisk. So the encampment is 14 turns at the moment, and then we're going to chop that production into it, and so now it's down to 7 turns. So we cut the production in half, and then we will literally go there and chop, and then there and chop. And then we'll be moving Magnus. Meanwhile, our settler is ready, so let's get them going there, which means in 5 turns we can get out of colonization. But actually, you know what? Let's get another freaking settler while we're at it. Just, we have the card in anyways, we might as well use it. We're growing back to 5 population in 1 turn, so it's actually not going to take us 7 turns to make the settler, because we'll be getting another growth. First, we're going to be getting another growth. We're going to be getting a population growth. Meanwhile, here, I'm actually going to pull back a little bit, just in case more crossbows show up. Let's finish off this guy. So we got the boost for killing the unit with this crossbowman. We can run away from this slinger. He will be able to hit us. I think we should be able to take the shot and get away from it. She wants our diplomatic favor. I'm going to refuse that deal, but we'll go back and see what she's willing to pay us. But in the meantime, we'll go and sell what we have left to there. Alright, so nice. We not only did we survive it, but we got our promotion as well. So after we get away from the barbarians, we can take that promotion. Let's talk to Six Guy. I totally forgot to send her a delegation. Again, don't play when you're tired. Always send a delegation on the first turn you meet them if you want to declare friends.
It's going to be legendary.
Stay solid. Yeah, I'm trying to stay solid. I'm trying to live up to your name, man. Anyways, thanks for the subscription. Sorry I'm being a little bit pouty and grouchy, everybody. I'm trying my best to freaking get my head together and get back in the game here and not cry so much. But anyways, we can sell a bunch of our iron to her. We have a whole bunch of it now, and we don't need that much for our units because we're going to be chopping them out and getting free ones. So I'm willing to give her 40 for all of that. Oh, wait, hold on. Before I do that, I forgot. Let's see. Okay, yeah. I was just checking the price of that, but yeah, so we'll do 40 iron for her. We'll take all of her bulk gold and then as much... Oh, that's pretty much the maximum. So we'll squeeze another gold per turn out of her, and then meanwhile we'll go back to Tomris and we'll see what she'll give us for our open borders. It's free open gold, or free 21 gold as far as I'm concerned, because we're going to kill her anyway. And then meanwhile, she'll take 6 horses, but I'd really rather not give them to her because her special units are horses and all that. But we will take her 93 gold. Oh, never mind. How much is she willing to pay for one? Oh, 6? Never mind. We'll find somebody else with 7, just because it does add up. Oh, well, never mind then. Apparently there isn't any more with 7. Let's double check with Menlik to see what his situation is. So we can trade him the rest of our strategics there for some gold. Let's sprinkle that on top. There. Good enough. Alright, so we're looking at 446, which is a healthy amount for us to upgrade our slingers here. So let's go ahead and do that. It'll also boost machinery, which means we'll almost be at crossbows. And then now after these 4 slingers, after these 4 archers rather, we're going to be saving our gold up for until we get to mercenaries, so that we can upgrade these archers we just got into crossbows and be that much better. Meanwhile, because I did take Exodus of the Evangelist again, hold on, you come over there actually. The other settler will go there. You always want to try and settle whichever city is furthest. Send your first settler there so that they settle at the same time, and then you don't have like one really strong city and one like weak ass city. Just a little tip that helps out a wee bit. Meanwhile, yeah, we're waiting. We're going to be switching Magnus shortly. Next turn, we'll chop that out. We should be able to finish the encampment, or at least get it down to 1 turn, and then the stone will get us a barracks or a stable. I think because our unique units are cavalry, that will go with stables. And because both our unique units and all of our cavalry in general end up getting that. Meanwhile, let's check the religion situation out here. So we kind of struck out where... yeah, that our whole thing is open. Like, look how much air score that would have been last turn if I just built some fucking things. But meanwhile, let's first take a look before we decide... Oh, wait, we can't even get... I forgot we can't even get... First off, get your Old God Obelisk first. But we don't have shrines in our holy sites. So... we can't even get missionary, so that's how bad I fucked up. Like, look at that. Like, that's what I mean. It's just sloppy playing. So we'll go settler into shrine, into aqueduct, into our theater square here. Sleepy says, Dobre Reno, good morning. What language is that, Sleepy? And it's not a good morning so far, if you saw how I was playing so far. Jigger says, you need barracks for Temple of Zeus. Oh yeah, true enough, right? Yeah, we're doing it in the capital though. That's why that's what we're doing with Magnus. We're chopping this and then chopping this. We're not getting the wonder in Nicomedia. We're getting the wonder in the capital here. We're gonna chop our encampment out. Oh yeah, shit. Before my theater square. That's a better point. Yeah, so we'll get that and then we'll get the theater square. But this this city will get up to population once they have a granary. So after, yeah, which we do have, sorry, but we will also need an aqueduct as well. I don't want to override that 3 food tile right now though. But yeah, so we're gonna get our cities to grow as fast as we can. Essentially, that's the plan. We should also lock in our aqueduct over here. I should have done that already. That was definitely a mistake. Snow, the product is fire, by the way. Yeah, I told you, man. Oh, it's Czech, Sleepy. So Sleepy, do you speak Czech then? Because you, like, I know you linked that other the Czech rapper, right? You linked the Korean one, but then you linked a Czechoslovakian or Czechoslovakian rapper too, though, didn't you? Or am I thinking of somebody else? All right, so cool. It looks like we can actually get to another border here, and there's a barbarian, which is even better. For when we get another Droman out. Meanwhile, I think we're doing okay there. Actually, let's take a look at our great people here. Like, we're leading the pack at 49 out of 55, but I want to get better at that. Well, when we finish this, obviously it's going to help here too, but yeah, see, this is why we pulled back, because there's another crossbowman. So we're just going to keep retreating with our galley, and we'll pull back with the droneman to here, because the crossbowman won't be able to hit us, because we're 3 tiles away, and if it moves onto the hill, it'll lose its movement. And then we're going to heal up here, and we're going to take line of battle. Digger says, got it, thanks, but do you have pop for the encampment district? We will when we chop that jungle. I'll show you what I mean here, just 1 second. Because we're going to have Magnus in the city, so when we chop this jungle, it will automatically boost us by a whole population, which will put, like, in 3 turns, we're going to be 6, which that chop will put us to 7, which is the amount that we need for the jungle, so then we can place, or for the encampment, so then we can place the encampment down on where the jungle was, and then go accordingly from there. Alright, so meanwhile, it looks like Mansa Musa is losing, which is fine by me. They can keep her busy, and then we're going to go mess her up as quickly as we can here. Alright, so let's burn that sucker. Ooh. Feisty. I like that. Meanwhile, here, though, we can't rest and repair. We have to go all the way back, which is a little bit unfortunate. Yeah, so I think we travel all the way back home. That's why I love that promotion that you get on them eventually, that you can heal in friendly territory, and there's admirals and stuff. Meanwhile, hopefully we don't run into any crossbows and just more slingers. So we can hopefully get away from there. And then meanwhile... Oh, shit. Our little scout's got to run for his life. I didn't even see the ship attack us. So let's chop this. There we go. So that did finish it completely. Oh, we don't even have horseback riding, so I can't get the stable here. So never mind. We'll get a barracks anyway, because I want the... I want the Great General points, because that is definitely going to come in handy. So we'll chop the stone next turn into the barracks. For now, we'll put our production into the shrine. And meanwhile, we can start moving these units somewhat closer, I suppose. I guess it doesn't really matter. We should probably come out this way in case there's barbarians out there. I think we should be fine, but just in case. And then let's cycle the rest of them down here. Oracle and Meenakshi Temple are gone. Alright, so we kind of expected to get hit by that crossbow. Now, though, the barbarians only give us 1 experience points now that we got our experience, so we're actually going to bring both of the ships back to heal up. And our scout is dead. Thank you for your service. You gave it your best, but that's the end of the road, it looks like, for them. Okay, Sleepy says, I'm 4 months into Czech lessons, but I'm an American who's trying to break the stereotype. Right on, that's awesome. Of only speaking English. Yeah, I kind of put that together. Like, I'm Canadian and I only speak English, but at least we get credit for speaking French. Like, almost everybody assumes we're bilingual, but we're not. Like, very, very few people are, unless you're in Quebec or, like, or the Ottawa area, or you're working the government. Jigger says, thanks for the info. Got great idea from this. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, no problem. Live vicarious through me. Take the suggestions I talk about. Don't do the fuck ups that I make. It should be freaking printed on my shirt. All right. Alright, so it looks like our others... Oh, no, never mind. I thought the American was another barbarian. I would really like... I was just about to say, really like to find everybody, because there's 10 altogether. Ooh. He is our hated enemy. We're up to 2, 4, 6, 8. So there's still 2 more.
Imagine the whole world of defense is superior.
We should be okay here because he can't move on to the hill and hit us, so we should be able to get around the cliff and hopefully disappear as long as we don't run into any more barbarians. Meanwhile, we finally got machinery. So now I think the right move is to definitely head straight for apprenticeship in order to get the production boost. It will also take us naturally through writing, which will be good so we can get some campuses at some point in the future. But again, for now, it's an afterthought. I would also like to get Celestial Navigation. In fact, I think I will start with that. I'm going to get it so that as soon as we improve 2 seaweed resources, we can start building campuses, or harbors rather. So I'll have to watch that. Meanwhile, we got defensive taxes. We earned that governor title, so we can now promote him to provision. Which gives us more incentive to also get Warlord's throne. Because we are going to be going to war fairly soon, but then also because it'll give him another title, and then we can use him to chop our armies out here. With those 2 cities that we are settling. But yeah, so we'll get recorded history next and go for divine right. And then, oh yeah, don't want to leave all these in, so... Okay, so before we do this, let's get rid of that. We're going to chop the barracks. Oh, we don't have masonry. Shit, I totally forgot about that. Alright, whatever. We're going to move Magnus now then. So we're going to move Pingala to Adrianople. And then Magnus to the capital. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch out of colonization so that the settler takes longer to build. And then I'm going to delay the settler on 1 turn and leave it until Magnus gets established. And that way we'll actually get up to 7 population, I think, a little bit faster by playing around that way. Even though it doesn't sound like it, because we'll end up getting more production in general. Meanwhile, I still think we need that. However, we aren't building any more units, so we can get rid of a Gauge and go back to conscription for more money. I think we still do leave the veterancy card in because we still need to get the encampment in the capital, the barracks in the capital, and the barracks in the other places. So I think that's the combination there. think so far so good. So then it's just the economic one to choose from, and I think we just go with urban planning. Like, we have enough faith built up that we can frickin' get a couple missionaries and get them out once we get that once we get the shrine. Oh, hello, Shadow. You big cutie pie. Yes, you're a good boy. Oh, this would be good now that they got their second. Yeah, this would actually help that other city get to it. So I'll actually go with the housing instead, because it'll help this city grow faster. Ah, that was actually a mistake. Again, I'm tired. It was a nice thought. I forgot that I chopped the frickin' thing and we grew our population there. Oh well. It is what it is. In the meantime, I think we actually get another... I think we get the shrine before the barracks here. And then I think actually another builder. Alright, so where are we going to settle? I guess right here. Which means let's spend some of that faith. I think this would be the faster route. Or no, this has more flat land. So we're gonna buy another soothsayer. And now we'll save our faith for our missionaries to spread our religion and earn us air score. But we're gonna send this soothsayer over to light their fires in the new city here. Oh, masonry is just one turn wait. It's too late. I already sent Magnus, and I'm about to get the spine, and I don't have any other stone to chop except for over there, but we're not going there yet. So I'll leave it for now. I will go back to get it though, but that's definitely a good pickup, and it is more than one turn now, I think. Oh no, never mind. I was wrong. I thought because we took Pingala out that it would be more than that, but either way, we already. Oh, never mind. Good call. I forgot that I haven't hit next turn yet, so I can actually go back and do that. Reassign back to Nico. We'll wait till next turn. And whatever, I'll just let the settler finish and let their population go down, whatever. Or no. I switched out of the card, so let's get the shrine so I can get the missionaries faster, plus increase our faith a little bit. And then that should still work out. And meanwhile, he's going there, so now... yeah. Good call, Jigger. Yeah, so everybody else who wasn't here at the beginning of the chat, I'm super tired right now, and I'm not playing good at all. Like, I really shouldn't even be playing this, except for I was so excited to play them that I want to keep going. So, feel free, like, ping me in the chat and leave me suggestions and things that things that you notice that I'm screwing up on, because I'm going to be making a lot more mistakes than I do normally playing like this. Statue of Zeus is gone, so all this was for nothing, but whatever. That just means that we get our frickin' theater square that much quicker, so... and the only reason we were building it was to throw them into the fire anyway. So, no problemo. We can just use that production. You can see how good our tiles have gotten here already. Which is definitely making up for our slow start. But yeah, we got the shrine coming up online over there soon. Shrine coming up over there. We still will get the barracks here. Like, I still will chop that stone. And meanwhile, we should be good to go here. So here, I think the right call is to settle right here. because that gives us the absolute most chops. And then we'll go there. Okay, so Rip City for the scout. He did his best, but the Americans are getting ramrodded by their freaking by their thingamajigger. So yeah, now I'm not getting rid of my our strategic resources because I want them all, because we're going to be chopping out horsemen and like we're going to use these two cities to chop out a wave of horsemen and a wave of our unique unit once we unlock it. So yeah. Alright, so meanwhile he's here, so we want to get out of this and go back to the barracks. And then if there's anything left over, we want to go into the shrine, not that. So let's... Oh, I forgot to put the turn. Oh my god. This is what I mean about being tired and freaking playing like this. It's like playing like when you're fucking drunk. Which is, there's nothing wrong with playing when you're drunk. It's really fun usually, but it's not the most effective way to play the game, that's for sure. Alright, meanwhile here, I think we wait for our hippodrome. I wouldn't mind getting Kilwa. Yeah, actually. I wouldn't mind getting Kilwa at all. Actually, never mind. We're going to chop... This city is going to be... We're going to use one city to chop an army, and we're going to use the other city to chop Kilwa Kiswani. So if this is going to be Kilwa... It's funny, for my favorite winner in the game, I always struggle to find it in there. Like, just for whatever reason. Okay, so if that's Kilwa, and we're going to operate on the assumption that that is Kilwa... and that we do get it. So again, we're not chopping these, so we only have 1, 2, 3 chops in this city, so we won't be able to get them for sure. I'd like to buy this tile, so let's do that now. And actually buy this tile. And I even want to buy that tile and that tile eventually, but we'll see how it goes. Just because they're going to be so valuable, because like we're literally going to set one fire up here. We're going to come... We're literally going to walk to this tile here with our freaking dude. I bought a soothsayer, didn't I? Oh yeah, they're on their way. So, sorry. We're gonna walk to here. We're going to set this fire here, and it's going to travel all the way down here, and should travel all the way here like a snake. And we'll do that twice. Once the stuff grows back or whatever, we'll light them again. And then we're going to do a Chichen Itza here. So with that in mind, I think this is the crappiest jungle tile we have. Meanwhile, where does Chichen Itza unlock? Guilds. Alright, so 2 markets would help as well at some point. But we should be able to do that at some point, especially once we kill Mansa Musa. We should basically automatically get that. So with any luck, that goes there, which means that if I were to build this as a theater square, it would be a +4, and later we could do a water park here. Make it +8, or +6, I mean. But it would be +4 to start with. And I think that's 100% the right call, is to also buy that tile. So let's sell. Get him to pay for our open borders. And like, see how much easier this is to like control the gold. Like, for whoever was asking about the mods earlier, if you're still here, like, oh, I could not imagine playing without the concise UI mod. So we're gonna go do that, and we're gonna get a theater square. And we still can get that tile for our hippodome, or hippodome, or hippodome, because you're supposed to say it with an A. I forgot. But yeah. Yeah. And then this is Army Town. That's like literally the only reason we're settling the city is just to chop an army. Hey Mark, how's it going? How do you, Magnus says, how do you guys have so many horse units to trade? I always only have one. Magnus, it's because you're on vanilla. We are playing on the Gathering Storm expansion, and they made a change in Rise and Fall, I think it was. It was either Rise and Fall or no, actually, it was Gathering Storm, I think. Maybe. One or the other. Anyways, either one of those expansions. It was either Rise and Fall or Gathering Storm. I think it was Gathering Storm. But they made a change to the way that strategic units work. So now before, like in your game, you only need one horse to make a unit that requires a horse. If you have an encampment district, and like that's good. Now you get a certain amount per turn. And it takes 20 to make the same unit that would only take you one. So that's just a completely different. That's why it looks like we have so high-powered horses, but we don't really. We're actually not getting that many per turn. Mark says TFO. What do you mean TFO? What did I miss? Shadow. Fuck off, buddy. He's lying. He just lied down and stretched out, but his paw he put his paw on the power bar, and like so that's what the light flickered there because he like shut the power bar off on the little button. Yeah, Jigga, I just saw your comment now. I forgot to, so we got it now. Like clearly we're about to. Hey, I saw your AI mod review and fell in love with this channel already. Keep up the good work. Your reviews help me with the mod recommendations. Oh, thanks, Mountains. I'm glad you're enjoying the channel, man. I definitely love me some UI mods, that's for sure. Alright, guys, I'm gonna have to take a quick break, though. My other dog, Jinx, she has, like, a small bladder, and she's whining, so I gotta let her out before she pees on the carpet. So I will be right back. It won't take me too long. I'm usually out there for a few minutes, but sorry about that. All right, I'm back. Sorry about the wait there. Let's jump back into this. Ugh. All right, so we're getting there. We're getting there. Let's keep rocking and rolling. He says there is a population cap of 2. How will you get so many districts when you can't even place an aqueduct? These, I'll be buying a granary, and then you can get sewers in the late game. Like, this isn't going to be right away. That's why I placed the theater square. The only districts I care about right away are 2. I care about the theater square, and I care about the hippodome. That's going to give us free units. So we only have to get this population up to 4. And these tiles right here, all of these rainforest tiles are going to be, like, see how these are 2/2 tiles right now? We're playing on apocalypse mode, and we have our soothsayer coming there to set them on fire. So, like we've done over here, these, look at these. They're all giving 5 food, 4 production, 5, and 4. These were all 2/2 or 2/1 tiles. Like, the 5 4s were 2 1s to start with, and the 5/5 was a 2/2 to start with. Every time you set them on fire, they regrow +1 food and +1 production, and each soothsayer unit has 2 charges on them. So we're going to set the fire here, and all these tiles are going to burn down, and they'll all grow back. This will be a 3/3, that'll be a 3/2, 3/3, 3/3, 4/3, 3/3, like, etc., right? And then after they grow back, we can set them on fire again, and it just rinse and repeat. So this city is going to have like a shit ton of really good tiles, not to mention, especially if we can manage to get the Chichen Itza wonder here, it will really, really help out. I would like to get the Kilwa Kisawani, though. However, we might have to just conquer whoever makes it, because I think in this particular situation that the Chichen Itza, Jesus, that Chichen Itza, that gives us a +2 culture to all rainforest tiles and +1 production as well. I think that actually overpowers the value of Kilwa, as good as Kilwa is, just in this specific situation, especially because we're playing a domination game anyway, so we can just go easily kill whoever does build it if they build it before us. So I think we'll manually build Kilwa, but we'll try to chop out Chichen Itza with the 3 forests that we have available to chop. Oh, 4 forests, sorry. So, yeah. So that's why, that Jigan and Meng says, do you have a video on which parts of Concise that you use and how you eliminate the other parts? I sure do, Tim, now that you asked that. I actually have them all on a playlist in the channel, but I'll give you the direct link for that specific video. Yeah, like if you, I'll pull this up here on the screen so everybody else can see it too. Like, if you go to the actual main page of the channel, like, I understand a lot of people don't, but like, I organize mine specifically so it's actually helpful for you. So like the uploads here is just whatever, like that's just the latest that comes out, the top one. But if you look underneath there, I have it all organized, so it's like from beginner to like more advanced difficulty stuff. So the quick and easy Civ 6 tips, they can help everybody out, so they're right at the top. Then underneath that are the beginner basics, so these are all tutorials to help beginners out. Then underneath that, again, early game guides they're a little bit more advanced beginner tutorials, but still beginner content. And then I've just recently starting to do the intermediate level stuff, which is going to be this playlist, which will fill out more. And then this is the DD survival strategies is going to be the highest level. And then, yeah, just a random thing. But here I have the mod series. This is the one you want to look through. Quick fix for broken mods. But I can tell you that it's the mod that you want to look for that's causing the problem is, for whatever reason, when they patch the game, if you have a certain mod or a certain feature of a mod turned off, every time they release a patch, what ends up happening is it creates a duplicate of whatever file you have shut off. It duplicates it back to the original thing, so it turns it back on, and it's there's a duplicate copy of the espionage folder in the mod folder that you need to delete, and then turn the espionage feature off in order to make Concise work perfectly. Like, I have Concise on right now. In fact, I'd suggest using there's another mod called Better Espionage Screen. It works fine. I would use that, which is better than the original thing that is glitched in Concise. But yeah, so there you go. there's the link for you. And congrats again on on noticing the short quest, the little trivia question there earlier. Alright, so for now, we'll just hang out in our cities and wait. There's no big rush. We'll start moving down closer. So I'm going to be the bearer of bad news, though. We're not going to be starting the war. Like, because I'm starting at 4 on the other channel, and I want to go make supper. Well, not supper, but like something to eat to tide me over until like later tonight when I actually get to make food. So I think basically what we're going to do is as soon as we get to Divine Right, we'll make our first little Tagma thing to see how the Hippodrome works or whatever, and then we'll probably be calling it quits. We might not even get that long, depending on how long it takes me to get there. Yeah, shut up, buddy. Nobody cares. So I'm definitely going to have to obviously rename the title of this stream and redo the thumbnail, because clearly we haven't got shit started for a crusade. I think I'll probably rename it like Preparing for War or something, or like The Long Grind Before War. Jesus. Alex says, by the way, I was able to refund the Mafia game and buy it on Fanatical. Oh, right on. Thanks, Alec. I appreciate that. You could say chicken pizza. It's okay. Potato does it that way. Yeah, no, I'd rather say chichen itza. I would rather just actually... She's giving us 30 more diplomatic favor. She already gave us 30 diplomatic favor. So now that's 60 that she's given us for settling by her.
When wasteful war shall statues of...
Alright, so we got masonry. Yeah, I would rather just train myself to say chichen itza. Like, and the more I do it, it'll actually become natural rather than saying chicken pizza. Like, there's nothing wrong with saying it like that. I'm just, I don't know. Like, the whole point of... I'm not as fun as potato, maybe. Yeah, so let's chop that out. There we go. 2 more turns left on that. So now we'll send Magnus to the capital. We aren't chopping that. However, we can chop into our theater square to get that out faster. And chop into their aqueduct as well when he gets there. So we'll do that way. Then next turn we'll be able to buy our first missionary and send it on this way. And... we got 32 turns, so yeah, we will definitely get a golden age Renaissance era, but like I said, it was my fault for making that huge setup. Like, I was sitting there wasting my faith doing nothing with it, or almost nothing, and yeah, oh well, it is what it is. So now, yeah, like I said, we're going to go for apprenticeship, because I want to get the +1 production towards the mines, and then we also have a decent spot for an industrial zone here. As you can see, we got a +7 figured out. Not to mention, since we are on the apocalypse mode or whatever, it's always a good idea to get dams up. Alright, so we're triggering his bonus. We're not selling our strategics anymore. But I will sell diplomatic favor. Yeah. Oh, did he denounce me or something? No. Maybe he's just broke. Alright, we got 8 turns left on the theater square. I think with Pangala there, it's better to get the Aqueduct out so their population grows, because the faster it grows, the faster our science and stuff grows too. Not to mention, speaking of, I was thinking about the barracks there. Let's take a look and see too how we're doing for our great general. Are we still in the lead? We're at 77, so we're still in the lead, but Scythia is catching up and overpowering us. We're definitely going to want to run some encampment district training. So after this builder, we'll start running encampment district training here. Increases your gold a bit too, but more importantly, it gives you great general points at the end. Meanwhile, our galley finally made it back, so we'll go into the city and heal up. And this one can go to Nicomedia because it's a little bit closer. Sure. Oh, I used Better Espionage and saw it before and chuckled because it's the perfect title for the group. Yeah, Thoughtseize fucking hilarious, man. Like, he doesn't pop over to YouTube, but like he's like there basically every time I stream on Twitch. It's fucking, he's hilarious. Like, I don't know, like, I mean, like, there's a difference between like being like when somebody like makes a joke and you like it's funny, it's entertaining, but it's not like ha ha, like holy shit, like bust a gut laughing funny. Like every time, like he's just, his sense of humor is so spot on. Like it sounds like I got a man crush on him, but like he's just fucking hilarious, and I like to laugh. Like I have a sense of humor, I'm just not like ha ha funny. He's like ha ha funny, and I love hanging out. Like most of my friends are ha ha funny because I like to laugh and have a good time, but I'm just not blessed with the gift of whatever it is, charisma or humor, or however you would frickin', yeah. Alright, so let's set the world on fire. Alright. Another city-state is gone. Alright, so we triggered her bonus there, and considering we're not starting a war, we might actually be able to declare a friendship with her before we attack Scythia. So see, this is what I was talking about. Whoever was asking me the question earlier about the food growth, this is what I meant. Oh, now we gotta kill Kamasi. I don't want to. They're one of the best city-states, but actually I want their theater square too. So I think we will. Yeah. I think I will. So let's actually get ready to do that once the forest fires stop around the city. We'll sharpen our sticks on her a little bit first. Or on them, I should say. I just said her because I saw Amani in the district. But yeah, so let's get our archers all to come back up here. And then whichever... Oh, I guess we haven't got combat experience with any of them. Never mind. I was going to say whichever one frickin'... whichever one has the most experience, I was going to frickin' turn into a crossbow, but... meanwhile, you can just go to sleep. See, so this is how it works. It just spreads like a big snake. Every turn, it spreads to a different thing. However, originally it would spread to the forests too, but it only spreads like, so if you use one on rainforests, they won't spread to forest tiles. They only spread to other, like either rainforests, or if you set the forests, they would only spread to the adjacent forests. Hey Fox, how's it going? Hey Grampz, I'm looking forward to seeing how you like Gaul. I'm enjoying them so far. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too, and it's coming up real quick here. And because, like I said, I'm gonna probably pull the plug in about 10 or 15 minutes, no matter how far we get, because I definitely want to make something to eat before I start that stream. But then I'll probably do an extra stream tomorrow, either here on YouTube or over on Twitch. So in case anybody hasn't been here the whole time and you don't know, I do stream on Twitch as well. It's twitch.tv/gamergrampz. We usually do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday 3 times a week, unless something in my personal life happens. Like today, I'm in kind of, and I didn't get a good sleep. So I'm going to probably do... I'm going to probably do a shorter stream tonight, and I'll do an extra one over on Twitch tomorrow, most likely. And then I'll just start this one on Sunday again or something. No, I do not want to trade my shit. Spread, my pretty, spread. Alright. I don't like how you keep waking up. Just go to sleep in the city then if you're going to keep waking up. Alright, so we completed the aqueduct in the capital. We got 1 turn until we can place our frickin' theater square, which is perfect, except for the fact that we don't have a fucking builder to chop with. So let's start on that builder. That would probably make sense. Meanwhile, too, let's start spending some of our faith on our dudes there. So we got converting in 7. Kamasi's not converting anymore. So we'll get 1 and head that way, and we'll get 1 and head down here. Because remember, too, we have Crusade, so I want to go spread to Scythia ahead of time. So I believe we have a shrine here, do we not? Yes, we do. So let's buy them here first so they get there faster. And then we'll buy the next one from rank 1 and send it to the eastern flank there. Meanwhile, hopefully our frickin' settler doesn't get toasted there. And here, okay, so they have crossbows on this island as well. So our galley is going to just peace out and live to fight another day. But when we do get another droman, at least we have a barbarian hunting ground there to take advantage of. I would like to get a unit over there. Actually, though. You know what? We don't need this warrior. Because we're going to have horses. So yeah, this warrior can actually... Let's go grab that goody hut over there. We won't get era score for it, but we can at least still get something good. No, but I would do this. Burn. Burn, baby, burn. Alright, so it's got 1 more tile to spread to here, and then they'll peter out. Meanwhile, on the other side, it's spread as far as it's going to, so now the ones closest to our city have gone out, so they'll be rebuilding shortly. Meanwhile, they should be working on the granary, not the theater square. Me so stupid. Actually, I should buy them the granary and build the obelisk. Alright, so we are going to be prioritizing Scythia. Oh, look at, she's building us some wonders. How nice of her. And she even has some holy sites. Right, meanwhile, the Droman's almost healed up. In fact, I think I probably want to get a couple more Dromans, because then we can use them, because they have the 2 range, we can use them to level up when we fight Scythia over here on the western coast. So I think that's what we do after we get the theater square here in the capital. Oh, we should also buy that tile. Shadow, quiet, go lie down. And that way we're all set up here. Oh yeah, I was gonna buy, never mind. I was gonna buy the granary here. So build the granary, go on, oops, food focus. Alright, so meanwhile, we're gonna wait for our other troops. But we can at least start killing them and then just bleed out their units as they come towards us and then take the city. We can actually even level our catapults up against their city. Yes, yes, nobody cares, man. Actually, that's starting to bug me. I'm going to get rid of that in 1 second. How many are we making per turn? Like, definitely not for that, but I would for money. Yeah, and I'm not going to buy any tiles for right now. I'm going to save money for crossbows.
I've lived through through some terrible things in my life.
All right. I think we're going to get rid of Strategos. Oh, I should have got rid of this a while ago. I forgot about that. Now that we are using some of our faith to get our era score, it might be worth going into scripture. But I definitely want urban planning. Then what else? I will want maneuver, but we're not chopping the horses yet. Oh, we're going to be fighting them. I think we go with raid. What do they got for us? Oh, never mind. They only have, what, one thing that gives gold? And then their theater square, which I don't want to pillage anyway. Yeah, never mind. Never mind that. However, we leave veterancy and leave conscription and get rid of that. Get rid of strategos, go urban planning, and I think go scripture. Hey Kat, how's it going? I'm a bit late to the party. How's things going tonight? Thanks for the note email, by the way. Yeah, for sure. No worries at all, Kat. Like I said, I'm happy to send that anytime anybody wants them. You can just email me at RealGamerGramps and I'll send you any, like, oh, I guess I'm talking to for the rest of you. Yeah, like I have a whole bunch of different like notes and stuff and research that I've done for like, I have like tips that I've taken for like religious science wins, for regular science wins, for culture wins and stuff. So if you want to get your hands on them, and you can either get them automatically for free by becoming a channel member for as little as $2 a month, or the other option that you can get them for free that doesn't require money is if you just email me, I'll give them to you. But otherwise, Shadow, give it a fucking rest, buddy. I love you, but seriously. Yeah, I know. I'm irritable as balls. It's not your fault. But why are you whining? But yeah, so just email me if you think you could use those documents if you want. But yeah, no problem at all, cats. And it's going really badly, actually. I'm super tired. I'm starting to get a little bit more energy now, which is good. I'm like perking up a little bit, but I've like just been exhausted from the get-go, and I shouldn't have even been playing, to be completely honest. But because I'm such a nerd and I was so excited about Byzantium, I wanted to keep playing, so I did. So, like, I talked about the right things to do, but we are definitely not making the right decisions in this specific playthrough itself. But we're still having fun, or at least I am anyway, so that's the important thing, I guess. How long is it going to be before I build those ships? Because this is a long thing. Like, we're not going to have a city at 10 population. So it's going to be 13 turns before we hit that. And we're what? We're getting this builder. Oh, we can place the theater square, so let's place the theater square. Okay, but we're getting that builder. And we're chopping out the theater square. And its buildings. We're actually going to need another builder. And we need to chop Warlord's throne still. So 2 builders.
Trust me, it's going to be legendary.
And we're going for Warlord's throne, but we do need another builder. So builder, that. Yeah, and then we'll alternate between those two. Yeah. Yeah, yes. I think we got it. All right. Then we just hit 7 over here as well, so we can actually place another district. However, do I want to lock in the Hippodrome before 10, or do I want to wait for 10? Because we're going to have, what, 2 more housing from this? +2 housing. Yeah, so we're going to get 2 more housing from this. So we'll be 7 of 9. So it's going to take us a long time to get to 10, and we're not chopping any of these. So yes, I do want to place my hippodrome. And where are we going to place our hippodrome? Because this was going to be this city's. Oh wait, we need to get to 10 before we can place that. So we'll chop this into this city, but then we'll switch it to Adrianople, and Adrianople will place the first hippodrome. That makes sense. Alright, meanwhile though, let's get in a little bit better of a position here against Kumasi, and then we're going to start the war against them. Should I set another fire before the war? No. No. And we'll want to back up and be defensive over here. So we'll shift our warriors over to Edessa. Or actually, maybe I do want to, now that I'm thinking about that. Because then, basically, if we go back out here, because this is going to start, like, soon, right? And once they start repairing, we can set them right back on fire again. And, like, we just have to wait till these 3 tiles are repaired, and then we can start the whole big chain fire all over again. So I think what we do is we wait until these 3 tiles get repaired, start the fire here. In the meantime, we'll have all of our archers over here, and then we'll have, like, basically create ourselves a choke for the duration of this fire, where all their units will be forced to come through there or die horribly in the forest fires. I think that sounds fun. Kat says, I'm playing Byzantium tomorrow. Ooh, nice. Okay, so yeah, you're playing Gaul right now. Jigger says, you are going to get industrial zone soon to get that first more production, the better. Yeah, normally I would 100% agree with that. Jigger, like 100% agree with that if we weren't playing with them specifically. But it's going to be too long. Like, I can't place another district here until I get to 10 population. And it's going to be too long of a wait. And remember, our unique district, as soon as we get it, it gives us our unique knight replacement, right? So, like, this district is not only a district that gives us +2 culture in each of these 2 theater squares, it also gives us a free knight that doesn't cost any maintenance, like a knight replacement, a free unique one. And then every time we build a building inside of it, we also get another free knight that doesn't cost us anything. So that's why I'm prioritizing it. The very next. So as soon as this city hits 10 pop, that industrial zone is going down, and as soon as this city hits 10 pop, I'll be getting an encampment for them, or actually another hippodrome. What am I talking about? Yeah, we'll be doing another hippodrome right here probably. Or even, actually, never mind, right here is where we'll do it. Because I forgot that we're getting that theater square there. So we'll do theirs over here. Meanwhile, get in the water, big boy, and go... Why can't you go there? Am I missing something? Oh, because I'm controlling my ship. That's what I'm missing. Oh my god. Wow. Woo. Jesus Christ. See what I mean about me not playing at my best? Alright, so we got our barbarian farming ground over there, but this guy's already got his promotion, so we might as well just send him straight past it and go explore down yonder. We still have yet to find a single natural wonder in the entire game so far, which is just brutal luck. Alright, so we're going to place this city down. And I'm not worried about production. Like, literally, this city's only purpose is to chop us out horsemen. which we will be doing very shortly, actually. As soon as we're done shopping with Magnus in this city to get our theater square and our theater square buildings and whatever, we're going to be sending Magnus over here, and we will be chopping like a huge army of horsemen out, and that will start the war right after. But yeah, in the meantime, though, where would I put their buildings? Or their districts. There's nothing really adjacency-wise other than a campus. Yeah, probably, I guess, buy this tile and start a campus for their first district. Just because we will need science eventually. I know we are going to get some, but it's going to be a long wait, so it would be nice to get down the tech tree a little bit faster. But we're just going to lock the production in, and we're going to start them on a granary right away, because the faster they grow, the better. And we're going to lock that tile right there. Alright. So we got our promotion, so we're going to give Magnus the 3rd promotion to Black Marketeer. Oh, I just realized we're in the medieval era, aren't we? Oh, when it rains it pours. This is what I was talking about just not playing when you're fucking tired. Like, literally, we should have promoted the, like, a long time ago already, the frickin', the Void Singers. This unlocks in the medieval era. We could have been getting 20% more science, culture, and gold, all based on our faith. Like, so... Well, I guess our faith isn't that high, so it's not the end of the world, but still, it adds up over the course of the entire era, right? Alright, so they're upgrading to Corsairs and shit, which is a little bit concerning, but we do have a little bit of money. We should be able to trade for some more. Suleiman likes us, so we'll declare a friendship for now. Like, we gotta walk before we run anyways. We got so many people to kill. It's always good to go ahead and kill people. Or, sorry, to declare friendship before you kill people. Now, we're declared friends. I don't need to send him that delegation, but I can pay barely anything for his open borders. See what he's willing to pay mine. Probably a decent amount, so we'll take some free gold. Alright, meanwhile, what do you think about Diplo Favor? He'll do 6. I don't think we're going to get higher than 6 at this point. Oh, never mind. Look at that. Perfect. All right. And that's why you shop around and don't just automatically assume. There we go. I think we can afford 2 archers. Oh, no. One crossbow now. None of these have shot anything, right? No. So... we'll go ahead and upgrade with 2. Oh, I'm used to it. I was thinking it's 125. But I was thinking it was like 135. That's why I was like, oh, we can't, not quite. But, yeah, our culture game is too weak. I think having a crossbow is better than not having one. Meanwhile, though, we got this builder here. So we're going to go over and chop this tile first. But meanwhile, put the actual production into the builder there, so we finish that first. Because we won't be able to shoot over that hill. So we want to get all of our troops as close as we can. And then, like, all 4 of them will open up on the Corsair, and then it's only swordsmen after that. So with the terrain there, and then the fire when we start it, we should be okay. So I'll stay on alert for now. Alright, so meanwhile, it's time to spread Z religions. Kat says, which dedication did you take last night? I left while you had a quick doggy break. Oh, for the era? For the era? I took I took the Exodus of the Evangelist one, but then I forgot that I did, and I literally had like a stockpile of faith, and I'm like, oh, I don't have anything important to do with this anyway, because like playing today, I fucked it up. I mean, I totally forgot that I took it, and I was like, oh, I only need 10 air score, but we're never gonna get it anyway. Usually, I've gotten it in less, but you know what? There's nothing, whatever. And I'm sitting there on a stockpile of like fucking hundreds of faith, and it just because I'm so tired, I completely forgot that was the dedication we took. So I pissed away a golden age, which we could have like bought builders and chopped all this stuff out with faith, and just I screwed this whole game up from playing when I'm tired. But oh well, we're getting there slowly. Why is it taking so long to spread? Is that like a holy city or something? Ethiopia, the Mayans, the Istanbuls, and Gaul. Yeah, I don't know why it's taking so long to spread to her frickin' city. Like, I know missionary charges aren't that powerful, but I don't know. That's weird to me. Oh, and I forgot to get that one, too. Oh, I stood on their holy site? I thought that it only matters for theological combat. Educate me, Cat, because I have no idea what you're referring to. Like, do we get a penalty or something because I'm on the holy site? I thought that's only when you fight a unit that's on a holy site that they get the theological combat. I didn't know it affected the spread of your religion. Alright, so I think we're good to go here next turn. We'll start even before the fire. And we'll just put the Soothsayer to sleep for now. Nice. We got a great general. Perfect timing, if I do say so myself. So we'll transfer to Edessa. Yeah, you think I'm right? Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I've never heard of that in my life before, but, like, still, though, like, I'm gonna move to the left anyway, like... Okay, so after... We'll do it for science. It'll have 5... Yeah, so we're gonna convert it with this, but let's move back onto our holy site and see if it says the same thing next turn. Like, one turn's not gonna make or break anything. So we'll do it for science. Meanwhile, we're over here. They'll have 3 of 7. If it would have been better if I didn't forget to freaking convert Adrianople, and we probably should have got Lahore too on the way. I forget how weak missionaries are because I don't normally use missionaries to spread my religion. I usually use apostles, but like that's in religion games because normally I don't spread religion to cities that aren't my own in the games that I play. Anyways, okay, so our builder is there, ready to go. So we're gonna switch out of that builder into the theater square. So. Let's also make sure that we own this tile before we do. We do, okay. So we're going to chop that, bring it down to 5 turns. Then we're going to go back to the builder. So we'll finish the builder next turn. And then he'll use his last 2 charges on the deer over there. And then this builder will head over there and then come get some more of these tiles coming on. Magnumus says, what do you do in the endgame when you start taking over cities and your towns need amenities? Well, for one, you get entertainment complexes. They help out with that. And then 2, it's as you conquer more and more cities, you're going to be getting more and more luxury resources from everybody, right? Like, you won't be able to trade with them unless you're declared friends. But, oh, speaking of which, let's declare friendship with you. I'm basically declaring a friendship with anybody who's not on my territory because, like... The more people we have to trade extra strategics to that we're not going to be using, the better, as far as I'm concerned. And the quicker we can get a second crossbow promoted, the better. I don't think I'll promote any more other than 2 crossbows until we get the discount to promote them, because I think it is wasteful, but I think it still is worth the investment at this point. Nice. And now that you're... whatever. I'll pay that to make you friendlier, because I would like to declare friends with you. And I don't need so much iron, so here, take 10 of my iron too. There, that definitely put us over, I'm pretty sure. Oh, just a sea hair short. Alright, you little bitch. I'll give you what you want. You want my iron, you can have my iron. There. So, we'll promote a second crossbow here. And then next turn, we'll start killing Kamasi. I think what I'll do, we'll kill their units, and then we'll build some catapults, and we'll use our catapults to get rid of their... Actually, you know what? I think I'll just manually build chits and eats here. We'll leave it penciled in, but I think I'm going to chop these into catapults. I think that is better for us here. So we can start getting them trained, so we have them trained for the walls, because she's already up to medieval walls. So we'll want to hit her cities that have ancient walls first, but we're kind of running out of time here. So yeah, meanwhile, this is healed, so we can set another fire. However, we don't really want to. Alright, so you're promoted. Alright, so meanwhile, we got the builder here. You're doing encampment training. Let's definitely get that improved first. Let's harvest the rice next, so that's 2, and we might as well chop that, so that's 3. Alright. That's done. You go there next. Now, you go there. You're going there. Meanwhile, where's that? Did I already send that missionary? Yeah, right? Yeah, so you go here. 1 should do it. Okay, then you go to Kamasi next. Actually, we can get 3 air score if we convert them. We can get 5 air score for Kamasi. And if we just walk them in with a crossbow. Oh, that's such a good idea. Look at that, I'm not playing a complete dumpster fire anymore, only like slightly moderate dumpster fire. Jigger says, 1 a.m. here, so I have to get some shut-eye. I'll watch the rest of the video later, catch up. Right on, Jigger. Thanks for hanging out, man, and thanks for your suggestions, too. I do appreciate the ones, like, even though I think I took one of them, but I didn't use the other ones, I still appreciate you suggesting them. Like, I had my reasons not to go for that, but otherwise, like, when you suggested the industrial zone, if I was any other civilization that was not going to get a whole bunch of free units with that district, I would 100% do that. Meanwhile, I forgot to even place that district. So let's take back control now that we chopped it and lock in our district here. So we're 5 turns out. And that's more air score as well. 3 turns out from the theater square. I think I'll actually finish the hippodrome first. Or at least take them both down to 1 turn. Because I don't want to get the hippodrome before I get that, but we'll do it for science. I'll save it the turn before it builds. Because I'm pretty sure when that gets created, it will give us your best heavy cavalry unit at the time. Like, it doesn't say that, it just says heavy cavalry unit, but I'm pretty sure it will give us a heavy chariot. So I normally would never let this finish, but I want to know for sure whether it does. So we'll do that for science or not. Alright. So here I think we declare and wait for their units to come to us. Yeah, we got 3 people. That's lots to trade with. We can actually reach their swordsmen there. That's good. Okay, I forgot. Oh, I didn't think we'd one-shot them. That's nice. Ooh, Teddy. Ooh. Yes, yes. Sorry, just the battery ran out on my vaping thing. Alright, back in business. 20 minutes until we start. Alright, so we got 2 air score there. Alright, yeah, so this mission, this missionary, we're going to walk him in with the crossbow. And here we're just going to hang out and stay alert with both of them and wait for them to come towards us. Meanwhile, spread with you. Converts an 8, so we'll let that one just do itself. And yeah, it would have worked. So Cat, it would still turn it to just 5, so it would be fine. But since it converts in 8 turns and we still have like 21 left in there, I'm going to let that one go on its own. Because I want to get as many cities of theirs under our religion as we can, so that because we have the crusade belief, so it will make our life a whole lot easier when we do declare the war. Don't worry, fat boy. I'm coming for you, right back at you. Alright, sweet. So we got apprenticeship. Now, I think we go to education. Actually, no, we go to military engineering. I wouldn't mind getting a water mill. Oh, not to mention I wouldn't mind getting lumber mills on all those things we're going to burn down when we stop burning them down. But I think we at least get mathematics first and then reassess, because I want to be able to get universities in the cities that we capture that do have campuses. Alright, so we're going to hit with the crossbow first to deal the most damage. And then let's step forward here. Oh, never mind. I forgot we can't fire over the hills, so that was a bit of a mistake, but hopefully they don't hit us too hard with that Corsair. I don't think they can one-shot us. There you go. We got that, which would make them all tumble down a little bit easier. Lahore's in 33. We can buy another one. Oops, not in that city we can't. Oh, never mind. It's 185. Sorry, I was thinking they were cheaper. Alright, yeah, the archer should be fine, even if he does take one hit, and we'll back up onto the hill. Don't know what that was about. Alright, so, since they were so nice to oblige us by stepping on that tile there, we'll go ahead and shoot with the archer, since they made it so easy for us. And meanwhile, we're still close by. You can see our religion just spreading like crazy. Oh my god, they're so freaking sick. We don't even need the missionary. I forgot all about that. Yes, I am Cat. Suzerain of their special unit. However, in my opinion, their special unit is not worth the faith until you get to Armory. Because when you first buy it, it's basically like a warrior. Then an armory gets it a little bit better than a swordsman. And then the third one makes it like an infantry. So, yeah, I'm waiting until, like, we're at like swordsman level, but it's still 200 faith, which at this point, while our faith is so low, until we start generating more faith, I think 200 is too much of an investment for one unit, especially when once we get the Grandmaster's Chapel, we'll be able to get better ones. Alright, so meanwhile though, we have our builder ready to go here. So one chop here, well, one harvest of the deer should finish that off. Oh, never mind, come pretty close to it anyway. So there you go, we finished our theater square. So now we'll wait and we'll put their production point back into Warlord's Throne. And then next turn, that chop will give us a full amphitheater, which will help with culture as well. And then we have 2 builds left on here. Surprisingly, this volcano hasn't been erupting as much as I thought it was going to. But this guy is there, so do we want to chop it into the aqueduct? That would probably be the best bet. Help them grow. Even though we're overriding a tile, as much as I don't like to. With their lack of fresh water, we're going to do what we have to do, and we'll chop that into it. At least it gets it down to 10 turns, which is somewhat more respectable, but then harvesting this rice might be enough to give us the exact amount we need to get to 7 population, which would be beautiful, because then we can place a 3rd district down, which conveniently would give us free units. So it's coming together slowly but surely. I forgot how easy it is when you're killing, like, totally forgot about their frickin' ability. We should have frickin', yeah. Like, it's gonna be so easy to frickin' conquer them here once we get with our crusade ability. Like, oh god. I can't wait until frickin' we get to Divine Right. Like, we're well, I shouldn't say only. We're still a ways away, but at least we're headed in the right direction. Meanwhile, we can actually come down and pillage their trade route, and we can send this missionary out to explore instead. And yeah, we won't be building any more or buying any more missionaries now. We'll save our faith for other things. Meanwhile, let's move a little bit over so that we increase the range of our killing field. We don't want to come in range of their city, though. Alright, so we're going to be moving Magnus. Oh, next turn. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Plus, we'll have Warlord's Throne, too, which will be a nice advantage as well. Alright, so I'm actually just going to go to the farthest city away from us. I'll go to Myra. Or to Timbuktu, actually. So that way we at least have a head start into his territory a little bit. Actually, I changed my mind. We're not going to explore with you. We're going to go to Timbuktu as well. I think my game just crashed. Yep, it definitely just crashed. I love them. But ever since New Frontier Pass, they freaking... It's been crashing more and more lately. Like, it's not ridiculous to the point where it's like, oh my god, there's like lose your sleep over, or losing sleep over it. But yeah, it gets frustrating. All right, so anyways, but this is where I'm going to call it here for this stream. It's like 3:48 right now. I start at the other one on 4. I probably will be a little bit late because like I said, I'm going to make a bite to eat quickly here and stuff in my face, but it shouldn't be too much longer before I get right back up and rolling on Twitch. So again, for any of you who hadn't seen before, we stream 3 times a week on Twitch at 8 Twitch TV. Oops, I did the wrong one. Are you enjoying the video? Like the video and share it. But yeah, so 3 times a week on Twitch TV /GamerGramps, and we're starting a brand new playthrough with Gaul. We're going to be doing it on the Highlands map, and we're going to be doing it with a special thing. Oh, we're doing that freaking Dramatic Ages too, but those are and Secret Societies. Yeah, so we're doing Dramatic Ages, Secret Societies, Gaul on the Highlands map on DD. And then with the added difficulty thing that until the medieval era, every time I meet a civilization, I have to instantly declare war on them that turn. Like, there's no exceptions, there's no nothing. It's just, I meet a civ, I declare war on the civ, and we just give that a go. And we'll see how long I can do that for without just completely dying. And if I can make it work or not, it's going to be challenging, especially with how tired I am, but hopefully the food picks me up a little bit. I have been getting a little bit more energetic over this last hour here. But yeah, Jinxie, you're a cutie, but get off. All right, anywho, thanks for hanging out. So for this YouTube channel, again, I won't be playing this offline or anything, but we'll be streaming again probably not until tomorrow or Sunday at the latest, because I have a multiplayer event here on the community tomorrow. Otherwise, I would do this tomorrow for sure too. But anyways, hope you all enjoy it. Hopefully, I'll see some of you on Twitch. Yeah, Magnumus says, laugh out loud, see you on Twitch. There you go. It's not that long of a wait. But thank you all for watching. If you haven't already, like I said, please do me a favor and hit that like button. It really does help. And